This copyrighted telecast is presented by Grove City Hockey. It may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form without the expressed written consent of Grove City Hockey, LLC. We thank you for your understanding and hope to continue to enjoy. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from Grove City Hockey. This is Jake Trzynski in beautiful Fort Wayne, Indiana. We apologize for a little bit of the late start on the color commentating as we're getting a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we seem to have it all figured out. We're going to be ready to go for some good action here. Today, we got the Windy City Syndicate taking on the Motor City Magic. In the black onto your left side of your screen is going to be the Syndicate, and the white and blue on the right side of your screen is going to be the Magic. And just like that, Syndicate's going to get the first goal of the game. Nice little shot right over the blocker side. That'll be of Carr in net for the Magic. Once again, want to thank everybody for tuning in this fine, beautiful Sunday morning. We got a long day ahead of us, a lot of games and a lot of action. So make sure you guys stay tuned, like and subscribe. It really helps us out, and it's free. Magic is going to work that down low to their defense, trying to chip it off the wall, but broken up by the Syndicate. Loose puck's going to skate into the defensive zone of the Syndicate on Motor City stick. He's going to get forced off the puck along the red line. It moves it all the way back. Playing a long stretch pass off the boards. It's number 54, Rudinsky. He's going to work that down low to the corner. Rudinsky's going to play it off the wall, and it's going to be forced all the way back for Christopher. Christopher's going to move it on the far side. Another nice stretch pass in the middle for Rudinsky. That shot's going to go through the crease and onto the far corner. Puck's going to be battled for down low, and the Magic will come away with it. Working it behind their net. They're going to try to cut middle. Does so successfully. Another second good move. He's going to finally enter the zone. Working his way down low is the Magic, number 11, who we do not have a roster for, unfortunately. But we'll do our best to keep up as we go. Nikitas is going to come in with a puck on his backhand. His shot's going to go through the crease and around the near boards. Magic's going to be the first one to it. They've got some space and some room if they create it, but he skates over that puck as it sits dormantly. Good forechecking by the Magic D as they get that puck right back and try to center it. That's going to skate through Cracchiolo's stick and all the way to the far boards. He looks center, and that shot's going to be deflected up front by a defenseman. Good effort by the Syndicate, but the Magic keep possession. Second shot blockered away. Puck's passed across the crease to nobody in particular. Magic's going to come with it. Another shot's going to miss wide and stay behind the low boards, and it will be picked up by the Syndicate. Syndicate moving it through center, still trying to take the zone. Finds a man on the far boards streaking. He's getting some space in front of him. That shot's going to go low and misses the defenseman on the back door. Beautiful little opportunity, just didn't connect. Another opportunity is going to be kicked away by the goaltender Carr. Another opportunity is going to go off the post and go all the way to the far boards, where it will be picked up by the Magic. Magic coming into the zone. He's going to be forced off the puck, and as it goes down low, Syndicate will come away with it. Hess with some space here as he's looking for a man up front. Syndicate is going to do a little bit of a change to get some fresh legs out there as Hess chips that forward. Branty's going to work it down low, and that's going to go off the goaltender and back down low where it will stay right on the doorstep. She fights that puck off. Hess with another pass in front, and that'll be smothered by Carr. 6:41 left to go in the first period. The score is 1-0 in favor of the Syndicate. Puck drop's going to be on the left side of Carr. Excuse me, that'll be her right, our left in the box here. That puck's worked down, and the Magic will move it across the bottom of the goal. Cutting middle is the Magic. They've got some space, and they find a man on the far boards. He's got some space to work in. He's got numbers too. That shot's going to be covered up and smothered by Model. Little bit of incidental contact up front. Referee has his hand in the air, but we're not sure if he's going to get a call or just call the dead whistle. Looks like they're going to get a call. Both teams laughing about it. Not sure that that was the right one, but the referee sees what the referee sees, and nonetheless, the Magic are going to go on the first power play of the game. They're calling 2 minutes for roughing on that. Looks like it was a little bit of an accident, in my opinion, but nonetheless, a penalty is a penalty, no matter the intent. Magic's working it across the top, looking for a man down low. Magic's power play unit has been excellent this year, and hopefully they get another one here. Syndicate looking to eat up some time. Rather than just clearing, he's holding on for it, and he's going to go for this. Syndicate working through the middle zone, broken up by the Magic, and they're coming the other way, 3-on-2. Magic in with space. That shot's going to go high, and undeflected is going to be forced all the way back out to center. A little bit of a shame there for the Magic. Number 11 had nothing but time and space, and bumbles that in this early morning game. We're going to have a draw at center. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go on the roughing penalty. Magic's going to come away with this puck and work it down the far boards. They're looking in center. On the backhand, and that's going to squeak through the crease and come around on the near side. Hess is going to be the first one to it. He's holding on to possession. Skating backwards beautifully with that puck. Spins out of that move. Cuts in tight, and he's going to be finally broken up by Cracchiola. Cracchiola is going to move it back across to number 11. Back over to Cracchiola. He's working it along the far boards. Has a man in front, and that's broken up by the Syndicate defense. Syndicate's going to play it off the near boards just out of reach of Hess, and it'll go all the way back to the Magic zone. Landstrom's going to move that up top. Over across the top of the wing. He cuts down center, and he skates in the shot, and that will be the infamous power play goal for the Magic. Model had the first one, left it right on his doorstep, and Landstrom's going to pick it up for the first goal of the Magic. This is a 1-1 hockey game, folks. Faceoff's going to be pulled back into the Syndicate zone. Christopher to collect. He's going to work it along the near boards. Bukadic's going to move it down to Christopher. Christopher back over to Bukatic. He's got some space and some speed as he's coming on the near side. He's trying to cut middle, but forced down low nicely by the defense of the Magic. And a big save by Carr is going to result in the puck going the other way. Magic coming in with space. Looking on the back door, another really good defensive effort by the Syndicate as Bukadic's going to be sprung free on a 2-on-1. Looking in tight, and that shot's going to go wide and around. And the Magic will be the first one to it. He finds a man up center. Damasio is going to shoot that puck, and that's going to stick all the way down low, and the Syndicate will pick it up. Syndicate picked that puck up and work it around the far boards. Back in center, and that's corralled nicely by number 11 for the Magic. He makes a nice little stutter step move to get around the defense, and a nice shot is going to go around and go all the way out, where it will be picked up by Cracchiolo. Cracchiolo decides to hold on to it and finally gives it to his D partner on the near side. Another attempt to cut middle is going to be broken up by Bukadich, and he's going to move that out to Hess. Hess is going to look far side for Nikitas. Nikitas' shot's going to be fought off by Carr, but Hess will retain possession. He's going to work that up top. Finds a man on the near side. That shot's going to go wide and around on the far boards, where it will be picked up by number 27 for the Magic. Magic working it down low, kicks it all the way back out to center, where it will be picked up by Cracchiolo. Minute 38 left to go in the period. 1-1 hockey game here. Cracchiolo dissecting the defense there, but gets forced off the puck. And the Syndicate trying to clear it, but not quite out of the neutral zone. Syndicate makes a change in front of the defenseman. That's going to be blockered away. And Hess will collect. Hess works it around the front side. It'll be picked up by number 11, Branty. Branty with a nice inside-out move. Take the outside. Leaves it for Hess. Hess is going to take a walk in. Looking on the back door and just hits the post on the rebound. What a great opportunity for the Syndicate. Carr getting a little lucky by her post there. That was the only thing that didn't let that puck in. Hess with a nice spin move to break through from the D. Carr easily blocks that one away. Magic's going to work it up on the far side. Little chip play off the boards. Cutting in center. Gets forced around low and looking for a man up front. Shot's going to be broken up by Branty, and it'll be taken out by the Syndicate. Rudninski is going to take the neutral zone here and leaves it for Hess. Hess is going to overskate that puck, and the Magic will pick it up. Good back check pressure by Hess results in a turnover, and Branty's going to carry it up for his team. Branty long stretch to Hess. Hess is looking down low. He fought it on the back door, but that's broken up by Carr. Carr with her stick out wide, trying to create some pressure in the middle, and doesn't quite get to that one, as the Syndicate puts it right over her glove with the dying seconds of the period. Well, folks, that's a 2-1 hockey game in the first period here. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, you're going to have second period action. You're listening to Grove City Hockey.
For my opinion, it has a good minimalistic look. I'm a fan of the black with minimal white accents, the white logo at the very bottom. It makes it pop. I gotta say, I love the grip material. I'm not feeling like I need any tape or anything. And then honestly, in terms of weight, it's definitely one of the lightest sticks I've used. It has a good pop to it, so I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of good shots off and hopefully less muffins.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Grove City Hockey. It may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form without the expressed written consent of Grove City Hockey, LLC. We thank you for your understanding and hope to continue to enjoy this complimentary broadcast. To purchase footage, email grovecityhockeyllc@gmail.com. And we are back here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Motor City Magic taking on the Windy City Syndicate. Syndicate is going to be up 2-1. Motor City's only goal would be a power play goal today. They've had a lot of zone time and a lot of opportunities here. Number 11 for the Magic's going to work it up on the far side. He'll be met by Branty, who's going to work it around low. Branty over to Rudninski. Rudninski is going to miss the stretch pass to Branty, and that's going to be broken up by Cracchiolo. He's going to look for a man up front, but miscommunicates that and forces it all the way back out to the neutral zone. Over to Landstrom. Landstrom's one-timer is going to miss wide. It's going to be picked up by the Magic. Magic looking down low. Another shot, and that's going to be fought off wide by Model. Picked up by Cracchiolo. Cracchiolo working in low. He finds a man on the back door of Landstrom, but just outreach of his stick. But he'll be able to skate into that one. Magic working along the far side. They're trying to cut in tight. He gets forced to the wall where he will meet some resistance and accidentally clears it to the Syndicate. Syndicate's going to come on the far wall. Good back pressure by the Magic defense as they take that puck right back. That puck's going to be forced down low. Rudninski for the Syndicate to collect. He's going to work through the neutral zone. Nice little move to get outside of that defenseman. And he's got numbers if he hurries. Bacodic on the backside, and that pass does not make it through. The second opportunity doesn't make it through, and it goes wide, where Nikitas is going to pick it up. Nikitas with the puck. He's going to look down low for Bacodic. Bacodic's in absolutely no hurry as they want their team to get set up for a proper breakout. Bacodic still holding onto that puck behind the goal. He's going to work it on the near side. Weird bounce off the boards, but is collected correctly by the Syndicate as they work it down low. Syndicate coming in. Bacodic with a good shot, and that's going to go wide. Cracchiolo for the Magic's going to pick up that puck. He's going to work it on the far boards. He's got some space and some numbers if he hurries. Cracchiolo with a shot. I'm not sure Model knew where that puck went. He had the first save, and it kind of just sat like in no man's land and somehow gets a pad on the second shot. Nikitas is going to work this up the near boards. He's going to come in through the neutral zone. That move's broken up by Cracchiolo, and he's going the other way. 2-on-2 hockey here. Back to Cracchiolo. He overskates it, and Hess will collect it for the Syndicate. Syndicate are going to work it around the low boards. come up on the far side. Nice little sauce pass is broken up by the Magic, but makes it over to Baconic anyway, and that shot's going to be fought up by Carb. Rebound is going to be hit out of midair, and a beautiful goal by Hess. Carr made the initial save. It popped way up in the air, and Hess hit it off the bounce and right into the back of the cage. It's 3-1 hockey. We want to thank you guys for tuning in, but we have to give a quick message to one of our great sponsors. That's going to be Black Biscuit. It's coming up for spring hockey season. And if you guys need some comfortable, light wear hockey gear, make sure you reach out to Black Biscuit. They've been sending out some sweet new custom designs. So make sure you follow them on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll see all the new designs they're working up. Landstrom's going to move that puck down low for the Magic. Going on the back door. That's going to be fought off by the Syndicate goaltender. Hess has got some space and numbers. He's looking for a man on the back door, and that's going to be just out of reach of Carr, and we'll find the back of the cage. 4-1 hockey for the Windy City Syndicate. So just doing a little bit of forecasting here and giving you guys a little bit of information. We are going to see the winner of this team take on the Chicago Hitmen later in this afternoon. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And we'll have MIHA action all day long. Magic's going to move it along the near side. Trying to cut middle. Does so well. Magic moving it up. Still getting a lot of forechecking pressure by the Syndicate, who has a pretty commanding lead at this point. But I love the intensity to keep this thing going. That puck's going to be shot out of play. We're going to have a face-off in the Syndicate zone. And both teams getting a little bit of some fresh legs. These early morning games are tough on these guys, as they just roll out of bed and right into the rink and start playing. No real time to get the body going and the mind going, so we hope to see some better action throughout the day. Magic's going to win this puck forward. He's working on the far side, trying to cut it middle, makes through the first defenseman, leaves it for his partner, and that's going to be broken up and forced onto the far boards. They're going to move that puck center, and it's going to come down to Branty. Branty's going to meet some resistance here. So that puck's held in the corner by the Syndicate. Syndicate are going to work it around the boards. Nobody on the back side to pick that one up, so it's going to come all the way back into the Syndicate D zone, where it'll be picked up by Rudninski. Rudninski over to Branty. Branty's going to just be out of reach of Villarreal. Magic's going to pick this puck up and come back the other way. That puck's going to be stopped on the near side and just out of reach of Villarreal, and we'll go all the way back for the Magic. Cracchiola to pick this up for the Magic as he's coming through the neutral zone. He works it in with a lot of space. Opportunity to go down low. He's forced down below the goal. He's looking in tight for somebody. Finds a man on the far side. Looking in middle. He's got space. That shot's going to be blocked away by Model and forced onto the far boards. Magic going to pick that puck up, looking for somebody in middle. Instead, they work it down to the low corner. Looking for a man up front, and that'll be fought off by Model once again and pulled out to center. Syndicate take the zone. He's got Rudninski on the near side. That puck is just going to be out of reach with a bouncing effort, and Landstrom's going to pick it up for the Magic. Landstrom up to Cracchiolo. A little bit slower on the attack for Cracchiolo here. So he's forced off that puck. That shot's going to go wide and picked up by the Syndicate going the other way. Syndicate looking absolutely crisp this whole game. One thing to note, the Syndicate's team was here about 10 minutes early on the rink, getting ready and warming up. A little bit of a later start for the Magic as they had two guys by the start of this game and didn't get a full team until a couple of minutes in. Landstrom's going to work that puck down low. He looks in front. That pass just evades the recipient, and it's going to spring Hess going the other way. Hess has got space. Hess's shot's fought off by Carr, and she'll hold on to that for a draw in her zone. 6:10 left to go in the first period. The score is 4-1 in favor of the Windy City Syndicate. Both teams getting some fresh legs out here. We're getting ready to go. Magic's going to work that into the far corner. That's going to be fought off by Nikitas. Nikitas is going to lose that puck, and the Magic's going to come through center. Magic with a 2-on-1 opportunity. Shot! And that's going to be kicked away by Model for the Syndicate. Syndicate's going to work it up top for Hess. That pass is just decided to be put all the way down. That's going to register as a shot on goal, even though it was a low-risk opportunity. Nonetheless, pucks on net always matter. Magic's going to work it across the top. Cracchiolo. He's going to find a man in Landstrom on the near side. Landstrom back across to the Magic. Magic working it down low. He's forced up. Has to pass back through the center. Cracchiolo there as a recipient. Nice little move to get around the first defense. Nice little move to get around the second defense. That'll be kicked away by Model. And it will be picked up by the Syndicate. Hess on the near side trying to find a man in center. Nikitas. Nikitas is going to work in. Nice little move. Second little move. Beautiful goal by Nikitas. As he did everything right there to get that tally mark. Great recipient of the pass. Nice little move to get around the defenseman. And a beautiful little backhand chip that hit all the posts and found its way in the back of the cage. It's 5-1 hockey. Faceoff's going to be won back by the Magic. Magic needs to get something going here in the second, or it's going to be a long third period for them. They work that across the top, trying to get out of the way. Can't quite get around Christopher, and that's going to be forced all the way back up top. Another attempt across on the far boards. Cracchiolo is going to be fought off by Hess. He'll hang on to that puck looking for a man in Landstrom on the back door. That shot's going to hit the crossbar, but does not find the back of the cage. Another opportunity is going to be fought off by Model, and he'll hang on for the draw in the Syndicate zone. We want to hope that everybody had a great weekend this week. We hear there was a lot of inclement weather all over the Midwest, so we want to make sure everybody is safe and doing well, and send our best wishes here from Grove City Hockey. That puck will be gobbled right up by Model, and he'll have another draw in his zone. He's got absolutely no pressure to play this puck or be risky with it. With such a good lead in the second, he's going to hang on to these things and just take the draws as they come. Syndicate's going to get a little bit of a change here. Puck's dropped in force center. That's going to miss wide and hang up behind the net, where it will be picked up by Rudinsky. Rudinsky up to Brantry. Brantry to Hess. Hess is going to work that around through the center. Finally takes his own. That shot was looking for a man up front, but it'll be broken up by Landstrom. And he'll take it behind the net just to hang on to it. Puck is just over skated by Hill, and Brantry will pick that up. Brantry sitting behind the net, looking for a man up front. Long stretch pass is broken up by the Magic to be forced onto the far wall or near wall by Rudinsky. Little one-touch deflection pass by Hess. Really creative. Just didn't see it work. And that shot's going to be fought off by Carr. And Villarreal is going to be on the back door. Hess picking that puck up that was sitting loose. Back up front to Villarreal, but good collapsing defense by the Magic prevents that puck from going any further. Hess will pick that up. Little collision with his own teammate in Villarreal. And the Magic will pick that puck up. Hess steals it right away. Another opportunity up front. Look for a man on the back door. And he's going to miss wide and send it all the way around the far boards. Rudinsky's going to take that puck and move it all the way back to Brantry. Brantry's long stretch pass to Hess connects along the near side. He works it in center. Hess, one of their more dominant players. Rudinsky on the near side hit the bottom of the side post. Is going to be forced out wide. Hess takes that puck on the near side. Pushes it up top. And that's going to hit a man up front. That deflection went off his chest. He's hurt and he's keeled over. But nonetheless, Cracchiolo is going to take this puck going the other way.
Cracchiolo is going to move it in tight and hits another post. Man, if Magic could pull those pucks inside by about 2 inches, they'd have 3 goals right now, but not able to get it done. Magic's going to work it up top. Another opportunity is kicked away. That one will find the back of the net as the Motor City Magic score in the dying minute of the second period. That's going to be Cracchiolo on the backside. Nice little backhand chip shot, like right over the leg pad of goaltender Model. As we have our 30-second warning of the period, they're going to drop this puck and try to get something going. It'd be really nice for the Magic to get another one here to make this interesting into the third. They work it back up top. Magic in their own defensive end. He's looking for a way to cut in on the far side. Does so successfully. Gets a little bit of pressure by Christopher as he works that puck across. 13 seconds left to go in the second. Magic working it down low. Has a man up front. That pass is going to be just out of reach. 5 seconds if they hurry. They're going to come in tight. And that shot will not find the back of the cage as time expires. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, you're going to have third period action. It is 5-2 in favor of the Syndicate. You're listening to Grove City Hockey.
Frustrated and wasting time doing your own taxes? Getting confused by complex forms? Waste your time no longer. It's time for you to check out Bonus Accounting. Kenny and the team will help you with taxes, bookkeeping, and payroll services. Now that's an accounting hat trick. Leave it to the industry experts and check them out today. Use promo code Grove City Hockey for a sweet discount and also to receive exclusive GCH merch. Bonus Accounting, the firm of the future.
And we are back. Third period action here. A quick recap from the last period. Going into the second, it was 3-1 in favor of the Syndicate. It is now 5-2. Syndicate has extended their lead, but the Magic getting a goal in the last minute of the period, as they could easily get something going here with a little bit of a momentum swing. Biscuit is going to take that puck on the far side. He's surveying his options along the wing. A little bit of pressure. So that puck's going to go all the way through all the defense and stay low, and will be covered up by goaltender Carr. When we finish up this game, we are going to get into a little bit of T2 action. It's the same Syndicate team. It'll be the T2 Syndicate versus the Detroit Knights. Biscuit's going to move that puck all the way back into his defensive end. Again, they are in absolutely no risk, no reward kind of mode right now. They've got a commanding lead, and they don't need to do anything silly. They're just going to play their game, get this thing done in regulation. Biscuit squeaks around the outside, forces his way up on the far boards. Works it across the top. That shot's going to be into the shin pads of the Magic D and spring them going the other way. A little bit of a hooking opportunity, nothing called. Find on the back door, Cracchiolo with a beautiful opportunity, and that puck's going to just sit on the doorstep. And the Syndicate will come away with it. Nikitas is going to move that puck in tight. Finds a man on the back door, and Christopher, he's going to miss wide and kick that puck out front. Magic first one to it. Cracchiolo is going to bring it in tight. He works it on his back door, but is stripped of the puck. The Syndicate's going to go the other way, a 3-on-1. Opportunity here for the Syndicate. Now it's a 3-on-0 as that defensive effort just got out of reach, and he's going to put it up top. And how did they not call that a goal? From our view up here in the Crow's Nest, that looked like that went right into the back of the net, but must have hit the crossbar. What a change of events there. I thought that was a for sure goal. And the Magic get off on one easy here. Magic's going to work it up top. Cracchiolo's going to take that into the neutral zone. He's going to work it onto the near side and moves it across to the far boards. Landstrom is going to wind up for that shot, and that's going to be easily covered up and held onto by Model. Your linesmen for this contest are going to be Alan Chapman and Kyle Sipperly, these two veterans in the MIHA League, and they're doing a pretty good job this morning. We always love to give shout-outs to our referees, as they're such an important part of all sporting events, not just hockey. So next time you're playing in your beer league game, thank your referees. It's a big deal. It's a lot of commitment from them, and at the end of the day, just remember they're human and they're trying their best. That long stretch shot is going to be covered up by Carr, and we're going to have a face-off in the Magic zone. We're just getting past the 10:45 mark. Again, the score is 5-2 in favor of the Syndicate. That's going to be one all the way back out the center, where Rudinsky is going to pick that up. He moves it across to Braintree. Braintree down low to Hess, back up to Rudinsky. Rudinsky's going to take that on the near side, pass it all the way back out to Braintree. Braintree's going to work it around the top to Hess. Hess's shot's going to go wide and come all the way back out to the neutral zone. He's got a huge shot on him. Braintree will collect it. Braintree outweights the defense and makes his own pass on the near side to Rudinsky. Rudinsky's going to work it down low to Villarreal. Villarreal's going to move it across to Hess and get it right back. He's going to force down into the corner and works it all the way back out to Braintree. Braintree over to Hess. Really good puck movement by this Syndicate team. They're working this puck around well and able to make some pretty good stretch passes throughout this game. Villarreal's going to work it along the far boards to Hess. Hess is going to cut in tight and just can't find a man on the back door. Magic's going to pick up that puck, looking for a man on the near side. Finds Cracchiolo. Cracchiolo's got a man on the far wings if he can outweight this. He finds that man on the far wings, but just gets broken up at the last second. That puck's going to hang down tight where Hess will pick it up. Hess able to kick that puck right back to his stick. Nice little stick handling move there. He tries to work it over to Bakotic. That'll be knocked down by the Magic D. Bakotic's going to find that puck on the back door and make no mistake about it, slide it under the leg pads of Carr to make this game 6-2. Beautiful little opportunity there for the Syndicate, and their game plan has been clear the whole time. They're not going to make risky plays. They're not going to make bad errors. They're just going to outwork you slowly but surely throughout this contest. Puck's going to be one to the side by the Magic. He's going to find a man all the way back in Landstrom. Landstrom's going to skate back to pick it up. He's going to work it across the top and finds a man on the near side. Magic's going to have a little bit of space. And I'm noticing a lot what this Syndicate team is doing. They're distracting a man up front and sending two back checker forwards to create some chaos when the Magic's trying to enter this zone. Cracchiolo's going to pick up that puck. He's going to work it up front. Magic just did not seem to get much done. They're going to be forced back into their own zone and try to regroup. Finds a man on the near side. Going down low. He's going to work it in tight. His shot's going to go low. Bounce is going to be covered up by Model. Nice little pass play off the boards. Just not able to convert on it. Faceoff's going to be on the left of Model. The Magic's got to get something going here. They're going to have a little bit of a late surge. They need to get it started now. Christopher's going to work that back in low. Over to Bakotic. Bakotic's going to work that even across the near side to Mikaitis. Mikaitis is going to work that down low and just outreach of Christopher. That puck hangs up on the far boards. Mikaitis is going to get to it first. He works it down low. Looking for a man up front. That shot is just a little bit wide. Good effort by the Syndicate. Nice little stick handling move, and that's going to go high and wide and forced around the far boards. They're going to work that puck all the way back. Absolutely no hurry to force anything. And Bakotic's going to set up behind his net. Syndicate's going to get some fresh legs out there. And again, Bakotic has absolutely no incentive to move this puck. They've got a commanding lead. And they're going to just play their game. Hess is working along the near side, finds a man up front. His shot is going to be kicked away by Carr and onto the far boards. Bukodic's going to be the first one to it. He's going to work it across on the back door, and Hess will get another tuck for the Syndicate. Bukotic broke that puck out from the far wing, worked it all the way down low, found a one-touch pass, and eventually got onto Hess's stick, and he will put it up over the blocker of Carr for the 7th goal of this contest. We want to let you guys know that there is still time. Even though time is running out, it's only April 1st or 2nd. You'll still have time to get your taxes done professionally by Bonus Accounting. Make sure you reach out to them as they're licensed in most of the 50 states and can get your job done. Bonus Accounting, the firm of the future. Hess is going to take that puck on the far side. He just has the most recent goal. He's going to work it all the way back to Rudinsky. Rudinsky's going to work it across the top. The Brantry. Brantry's going to pass it down low, but that's broken up by the Magic coming the other way. Magic looking for a man up front. Oh, nice little toe drag move. So I thought he was going to pass that, but just didn't seem to get to it in time. He's going to work it across the top. Coming in on the side. His shot is going to be blocked away by Brantry. And he's going to work it up the boards. That'll be got to first by Cracchiolo. He's still on the puck. Another opportunity. Model's going to kick that first one away, and the second one's going to go out the post. Magic doing everything right there except for scoring. And it'll stay a 7-2 hockey game. Hess is going to get another goal as he puts it just over the blocker of Carr. And it's 8-2. Quick reminder, when we come back, the second game of the day is going to be the T2B, Syndicate versus Knights. These T2 teams are so exciting to watch. The speed is incredible. So we're going to have a really good contest here coming up in just a few. We're just around the 4-minute mark in this third period. The score once again is 8-2 in favor of the Syndicate. And speaking of in favor of the Syndicate, they're going to have a 3-on-1 opportunity. Rudinsky's going to work it on the low side, and that'll be covered up by Carr. Thought that made it through her leg pads, but she was able to squeeze onto that one and freeze it for a draw in her own zone. Face-off's going to be to the left of Carr. That's going to be forced all the way up top. Another shot opportunity is going to be blocked away by Carr. She's been on her angles all day, just not getting a lot of defensive help here. Nikitas is going to work in tight. Has a man on the back door. Finds him and is not able to score as he puts that over the goal and up into the top netting. And we will have a draw in the Magic zone. I apologize. They're saying that didn't tip off of anything, and they're going to pull this all the way back out to center. I thought that hit a little bit of the crossbar, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Face off at center is won back by the Magic, but they're going to send a Syndicate man forward. He'll get to it first. On the back door is Nikitas. That's going to be fought off by Carr twice before the Magic's able to get to it. Magic's going to work it across the far boards. Trying to cut in center. That stick handling move is going to be broken up by Brantry, and he's going to find a streaking man up front. Not able to connect on that pass as Carr's going to come out to it first. She's got to get back in her net. That opportunity is broken up by the Magic D. The second opportunity is broken up by Carr, and the Magic's going to be coming the other way. Magic working along the far side, cutting in through the neutral zone. A little bit of numbers here. That shot's going to be fought off by Model. Opportunity is swung and a miss, and that's going to break Nikitas going the other way. He's got space. He's going to take it on his own. That shot hits the crossbar and goes out into play. Man, these posts and crossbars have been killers for these two teams this morning. That has got to be the 7th or 8th one just alone in this morning. Face off at center. Again, they're claiming that that did not hit the crossbar, even though I think I could hear a sound of the ting. Nonetheless, we're going to be a face-off at center here in the last 2 minutes of this third period. The score once again for you folks at home, 8-2 in favor of the Windy City Syndicate. Christopher's going to hold on to that puck behind his own net. He's going to fire that down onto the far side. They're content just hanging on to this and calling this thing quits. Magic not so sure they want to do that, as Cracchiola is going to come along the near side. He's broken up by Bukotic, and the Syndicate's going to come away with it. Syndicate work it up top to Villarreal. His shot is going to find the back of the net. That makes it a 9-2 hockey game. And they're going to let the rest of this minute just wind down as we get ready to go into the second game. Pretty dominating win by the Syndicate. Syndicate Models mask is off. And yep, the refs are going to call that one. And this contest is over. When we come back, you're going to have Tier 2B. Syndicate versus Knights. But until then, you're listening to Grove City Hockey.
Black Biscuit is a hockey company that specializes in team uniforms and apparel and is based in St. Paul, Minnesota. We've been working with teams throughout Minnesota and all around the world. If your team or association is looking to update your uniforms, then let our all-star design team show you what we can do for you. Our slogan is made for misconduct because our uniforms can take a punch. From jerseys, socks, and shells to team apparel, there's almost nothing we can't do. If you can imagine it, we can design it. Visit our website, Black Biscuit Hockey, and check out our design vault for inspiration for your next uniform. Need a company that checks all the boxes? Outstanding design, quality product, great customer service, and timely delivery? Call us at 855-978-6888 to see what the Biscuit team can do for you.
Black Biscuit.
Black Biscuit.
Black Biscuit.
Made for misconduct.
Don't risk it. Go Biscuit.
Have you let office hygiene get away from you? Place of work starting to stink? It's time to call MagiClean. Windows? Check. Washing? Check. General cleanup? Check. Now that's a Magi Hattie. Reach out for your free consultation today. MagiClean. Keep the cleaning to MagiClean.
Welcome back to Grove City Hockey. We're here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. A little bit of a chillier day, much more milder than a couple of days ago. A couple of tornadoes coming through the area. So we hope everybody at home is safe as the rest of the Knights team take the rink. More importantly, the goaltender. We're going to get ready to start here. In white and blue on the left side of your screen is going to be the Windy City Syndicate. You just saw them play their Tier 3 team play a commanding win, 9-2 over the Motor City Magic. But the Syndicate Tier 2 team is playing in white today, and they're going to be playing the Detroit Knights in red. Knights are going to win this faceoff, but the Syndicate's forecheck is going to take it away from them. They're going to work it back all the way to the top where Hartford will collect it. Hartford's going to pull it around behind his own net. So he's got help up the wing. Jean is going to take that puck, and he's going to move it through center. Jean with a little bit of space. He's going to work on his backhand. Tries to pull it on his forehand. That's going to go all the way out and around and hit the netting. And we will have a faceoff. Goaltender for the Knights is going to be Prevo. And in net for the Syndicate will be Campbell. That puck's going to be pulled all the way back out to center. Again, the linesman not changing this one as it'll be Sipperly and Chapman in the stripes. Knights are going to win this forward. Knights working it down low. Is Celix. Celix is going to lose that puck, and it's going to be coming the other way for Glasser. Glasser's going to lose it back to Celix, and that's going to be worked down. Hartford's going to take that puck down low to Glasser. Glasser's going to work it up to John. John's going to cut through the neutral zone, find a man on the backside in Hartford, and work it back across the top. Knights are going to break up that play, and they're going to work it across the top to Celix, just out of reach, and it's going to come all the way back for Jean. Jean's going to leave that puck for Glasser as he cuts wide. Nice little evasive move along the far side as he's going to have some space and a 3-on-2 opportunity here. That shot's going to find the back of the net. That'll be number 63, Boone. We apologize on the pronunciations. We're trying to get better here, and we appreciate all the comments telling us how to get these names right. Nonetheless, the Syndicate are going to get the first tally for the game. So that puck's going to go just low on Prevo. Make this game 1-0. Knights are going to take that puck, working in tight, just out of reach. That'll be taken away. That's going to be forced back in again. And come down all the way to Celix. Celix is going to work that back up top to Reno. Reno back to Celix. Celix's shot is going to be gobbled up by Campbell in net, and he will hang on. Nifty little puck work there as he threw it out of his glove, caught it on his paddle, and tossed it to the ref. I love when goalies have fun here and get a little bit more creative. It's a hard position to play, and when you can have fun at it, it makes it a lot better. They're going to work this up top to Reno. Reno's going to work down low, but just overskates it. Kowalski's going to get to that puck first. He's going to cut in tight, and he's going to have to be forced to push it all the way back out to Reno. Nice little forecheck by the Syndicate as Celix is going to take that down low. He's going to pass it across to Dare. Dare's going to move it across, and DeFord is going to take it. DeFord's going to hold up behind his net. A little bit of pressure by Dare. That's going to be forced onto the far side for Kowalik. Apologize, not sure how to pronounce that one. That puck's going to go off the end ward, and it's going to be fought for on the far side. The Knights are going to come away with it. Celix is going to get a little bit of forechecking pressure by the Syndicate. And the Syndicate's going to come away with it. A man up front, and he gets fought off by Prevo. And that puck's going to be forced onto the near corner. Dare overskates that puck, and that's going to be back in by Kowalik. That's going to be fought down by Dare. Dare's got a man up front, and that shot's going to be kicked away. Sits on the doorstep, and a really close opportunity for the Knights is going to be fought off. Really poor lack of judgment by Campbell as he was going to play that puck and didn't see the back man coming in. He almost gets stuffed on there. That puck's going to sit on the doorstep. Brevo's not going to make the same mistake. He's going to cover that up and just take the face-off where it lies. Crazy little action there up front. This was going all over the place for both goaltenders. Really exciting game here. I think you're going to expect to see this one a little bit closer than most. Knights are going to step into their own zone to take a face-off. It's going to be one back by the Syndicate. Syndicate's going to work it around the top. Motaik is going to have that puck. He's going to work it down low. He's just trying to get away from the decor. Moves that puck up to Bone. He's got the only goal of the day. It's going across to Jean. Jean's going to work in tight. That'll be broken up by the Knights and going the other way. Smith's going to have this puck on the near side. Smith's shot is going to be kicked away by Campbell and sit right on the half wall. He's going to work that up to the top where it will be picked up by Celix. Celix is going to try to go back to Smith, and that's going to be knocked way up in the air by Motaik. He's going to come away with it. That stretch pass is broken up by the nice decor. The Syndicate's beautiful skating is going to get to that one first. They're coming away at the puck. He's trying to force center. Broken up by the Syndicate D. Glasser's going to work that over to Jean. Jean's going to go on the far boards to pick that up. Jean working through the neutral zone. Trying to cut in low. Finds Glasser at the top. That'll be broken up by the Knights, and they're going to go the other way. Celix moving that over to Reno. Reno back over to Celix. He's going to come in through the D, just being patient with it. Smith's going to work that all the way back out to Reno, and he's going to have to go the entire length of the rink to pick up that pass. Bone giving a little bit of forechecking pressure. But Reno's going to make a long stretch pass to Smith. Smith overskates that, and the Syndicate will come away with it first. Little bit of a wheel malfunction there. Not sure if there was water on the rink or he just got tripped up there a little bit. Motaik almost leaves that puck down low. Bone's going to take that puck through the middle of the zone. He's got some speed. Nice little move. Finds the man on the back door and hits the post. Just can't quite get that one behind goaltender Prevo. He's going to have another opportunity here, and that'll be broken up by the Knights going the other way. Knights with a lot of space. Gets the extra man on for the change, and that pass is going to go through the crease all the way to the far side, where it will be fought for, and the Syndicate to come away with it. Syndicate over to Hartford. Hartford's going to take the zone. He's going to look for a man. Got a nice defense by the Knights. They just seem to keep them out of the middle of the zone. That pass is going to go all the way down. Goaltender Campbell will come out to play it. He works it around the near side to Jean. Jean's going to move that back across to Hartford. Hartford back over to Jean. Jean's going to work it up the near side. He finds a man up center. Another opportunity by the Syndicate is going to be fought off by Prevo. Another opportunity is going to be fought off by Prevo. He's absolutely head in the game on this one. That's going to be worked on to the near side. Little pass up front is going to be broken up by Celix's shin guard and pushed all the way back for Jean to collect. Jean's going to work it up the near side. The forward is going to make a nice little inside-out move, come through the center. He's going to look for a man on the back door, and that's going to miss wide. Beautiful little opportunity by the Syndicate there, just not able to connect on it. The forward's going to be the first one to it. Working it down low. Another opportunity is going to be fought off, and that'll be gloved away. And the Knights will try to clear it. Just out of reach of the recipient, and that's going to be forced back into DeFort. He's going to make a nice little move, and that'll be broken up by Kowalski. Kowalski coming in. He's got an opportunity here, and what a shot! Right off the post and past goaltender Campbell. A beautiful goal by the Detroit Knights. And this game is tied up 1-1. The urge to use Kowalski analysis as my call is killing me, but what a beautiful, beautiful goal by the Detroit Knights. Seeming to maybe swap out this puck, as sometimes they'll do that if nubs fall off or a crack forms, but they're going to get a fresh biscuit on the rink for this one. Syndicate's going to work this puck around behind the net, and it'll finally be given a little bit of space as Hartford's got an opportunity to work around Kowalski. Kowalski, the only goal scorer for the Knights, gets another opportunity. That's going to be kicked up front and be fought off. Knights will keep possession there. So he's going to work it all the way back across to Reno. Reno's got an opportunity there. That's going to go wide and come all the way around. And it'll be fought for. Kowalski taking the puck. Leaves it on the back door for Smith. Smith's opportunity is what a save by Campbell as he's able to stretch across and get a pad or a glove. I'm not sure what he got on it, but knocks it way up into the netting and keeps it out of the back of the cage. Once again, it is 1-1 in this contest. Just around 4 minutes to go. The Syndicate with the first goal. Detroit answers soon after. And this game's going to be tight. Glasser's going to move that puck across. That'll be picked up by Bone. Bone's going to move that down low. His shot's going to go wide and come all the way out to center, where we'll be fought over. Glasser's going to pass that back to Hartford, and Hartford is content just holding it behind his net to get something set up. A shark in the Detroit Knights is just roaming in front of the goal. That'll be Smith, just waiting to make a move based on how the Syndicate go. Syndicate's going to move it across the far side as he cuts through center. Nice little move, gets a little bit of miscommunication with his skates as he falls into the defenseman, just leaving the puck there. No penalty. That puck's going to be on the back door, worked across the crease once again. It'll be forced back by Glasser. Hartford's going to move it across the far boards. Kowalski's going to be the first one to that. That puck's going to be broken up by Glasser. They've got an opportunity here if they hurry. Glasser works it across the far wall. Hartford to pick it up. Hartford's going to move in, walk inside. That'll be fought off by Prevost and pushed onto the far corner. He's going to look back in front to Bone, and Bone's going to be forced off that puck by a Detroit Knights D-man. This puck's going to come along the near side of Dare. Dare's going to skate and take the zone. That shot's going to be into the glove of Campbell, but he's not able to hang on to it and forced out to the far wall. That puck's broken up through the center by Moiki. But Tyke's going to move that down low. He's going to hang on to it. He's going to work it up to Jean. Jean's going to take the zone here. Jean looking in, makes a nice little move to come on the backhand. He's going to work it across too, and he makes no mistake about it. Went wide on it onto the blocker side, bought the goalie Prevost across, cut across the crease, and scored on the forehand, and made this game 2-1. If you're one of those players that plays both inline and ice, you already know that inline hockey is made better with hockey wax on your tape. And no better to buy than from Jack's Hockey Wax, made locally here in Grove City, and we ship all over the world. Make sure you reach out to jackshockeywax.com to place your order today. Reno's going to take that puck down low onto the far boards. Over to Dare. Dare has a little bit of space, holds up tight for it. Trying to buy some time, buy some space, and that shot's going to be kicked up into the netting by the defenseman up front. That'll be DeFore with a beautiful little defensive effort. And we're going to have a face-off in the Syndicate zone. Syndicate going to take the puck drop onto the right of the goaltender, and they're going to win it forward by Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk's shot's going to go up into the ceiling, and they're going to do this dance of face-offs once more. Dying 20 seconds in the first period, the score is 2-1 in favor of the Windy City Syndicate. We're going to have another opportunity here. That puck's tied up nicely and forced all the way to the far corners, where there will be a puck race for it. The Knights are going to win that puck as Corey Dare's got that puck. He's going to elect to just pull it back, and they'll hang on to that for the period expiration. When we come back, we've got second period action, but until then, we have a few messages from our sponsors. You're listening to Grove City Hockey. Everyone has their own unique pre-game preparation, and most of them are pretty different, but there's one thing in common, and that's Jack's Hockey Wax. Get this locally produced wax that isn't shipped from across seas, but made here right in the U.S. The best smelling,
best feeling and best performing hockey wax on the market. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, they sell tape too. Visit them at jackshockeywax.com to get your order today. If it isn't from Jack, put it back. This copyrighted telecast is presented by Grove City Hockey. It may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form without the expressed written consent of Grove City Hockey, LLC. We thank you for your understanding and hope to continue to enjoy this complimentary broadcast. To purchase footage, email grovecityhockeyllc@gmail.com.
Welcome back, folks. Second period action here between the Windy City Syndicate and the Detroit Knights. The score from the first period is 2-1 in favor of the Syndicate. And we've got a little bit of messages from home. We have Bonnie, instead of Bone. I'm mispronouncing that name. And Kowazik instead of whatever. I butchered that one. So we got a little bit more clarification here. We appreciate it. That was a rocket off the crossbar. Almost felt like a goal, but beautiful opportunity for the Syndicate as they come out buzzing in the second period. Knights are going to work it across the top. Reno's going to have a lot of space if he were to walk into one here. Little shot in front. Nice little redirect, but that's going to be gobbled up by Campbell. Really good opportunity for both teams here. So this one's going to be tight no matter who wins this game. Syndicate's going to fight for that one. That's going to be right in the middle of their zone. DeFort's going to take that puck on the near side. He's going to pass it up the wall to Kowazik. Kowazik's going to miss, and that is going to go up into the netting. We'll have another draw at center. Syndicate's going to make some changes here. So they accidentally put too many men out, but they're going to fix that mistake and get ready to go here for the face-off at center. That puck's going to be won back by Jean. Jean's going to move it to Hartford. Hartford's going to hang on to it behind his own zone and just get something ready to go. He's going to work it back across to Glasser. Glasser's going to pick up that puck, work up along the far boards. Little kick play to himself to get around the first D-man. Finds a man up front, and Bonnie. Bonnie's opportunity is going to be kicked away. Second opportunity is going to hit the post, and that's going to be fought onto the near boards. Bonnie going to keep that puck. So he's going to work it all the way back out to Hartford. Hartford's going to work it across to Jean. These teams moving the pucks really, really well. A way to trick this defense, and both teams doing an excellent job here today. Hartford's going to move that to DeFore. Back to Hartford. Up to Bonnie. Bonnie's going to work that across the far boards. He's going to come in on the near side, working it in. Nice little way to get around the move. First opportunity, that's going to be kicked away by Prevost. And Reno's going to come away with it. Reno working it on the near side. Millar's going to take that puck, but she gets overskated. They're going to move that puck all the way back. And Glasser's going to pick it up. Glasser over to Jean. And Jean's going to leave that for Hartford. Syndicate being very cautious entering the zone as Jean is able to make a little bit of a space on a bad time change, and Glasser's going to miss the puck wide. That's going to stay on the doorstep for Glasser as he's going to tie it up, looking for a man in center, but that's just going to bounce over his stick. Be worked all the way back out to center. Force back in, Glasser's going to get to it first. He's going to work it around the top, finds a man on the backside. A little bit of time to step in. He's going to just barely miss wide as it's going to come all the way back out to Bonnie. Bonnie's going to move that puck up along the top of the zone and finds Glasser down low. Glasser's shot's going to miss wide once again. Man, if the Syndicate could just put something on net, they have these goalies beat. Just not able to hit the back of the cage. Another opportunity, and that one will find the back of the net as it just skipped low, just out of reach of Prevost's skate. And it's 3-1 hockey. Struggling to get this puck out of the net a little bit. You wonder if it even went in the net. They're saying no, as it seemed to go on the outside of the cage and get stuck in. I'm not sure what that piece of fabric is, but we signal to our cameraman real quick. That little piece of white fabric that goes around the outside of the net seemed to get caught up in that, and they're going to say no goal on the play. Reno's going to take this puck along the near side. Reno up to Dare. Dare holds up tight, waiting for a man to go. Finds a man on the backside in Celix. Celix is going to look up front. That'll be directed up into the netting. Excuse me, it goes under the goaltender, Campbell. And it's a 3-2 hockey game now. Detroit Knights, Celix squeaks that down low. Man, he got that in so quickly, I thought that got deflected up into the netting. But it's 3-2 in favor of the Syndicate still. Syndicate's going to move that back to Jean. Jean's going to hold on to that puck and work it down low. He's going to create some space for himself by using the goal as a little bit of a screen, and he's going to work it in tight. Kowalczyk is going to have that puck on the backside, finding a man in front in Jean. Jean's shot's going to find the back of the cage, and the Syndicate are not going to go back unanswered as they come right back and score another goal to make this a 4-2 hockey game. Man, the Syndicate is so good at moving this puck in low, and they're always able to find anybody crashing the net to make this offense much more effective. Faceoff's going to be pushed all the way back into the Syndicate zone. Puck race for it is going to be won by the Knights, actually, as a beautiful little forecheck by Celix is going to get that puck. He's going to be pushed in tight, almost tripped up on the play, but luckily the Syndicate player dropped his stick. Beauty of that is you don't get a penalty. The failure of that is now you're stickless and trying to play defense. Dare's pass is going to be deflected a little bit by the Syndicate D, but the Knights are going to hold on to it for possession. They're going to work it all the way down low and up through the top of the neutral zone where Dare will collect. Jean's going to take that puck on the far boards. He's going to look for a man up front. That'll be broken up by the Knights. Another opportunity and beats Campbell cleanly over the glove. Number 5, Smith, a beautiful goal by the Detroit Knights. And this game is going back and forth between these two teams as neither one of them want to give this one up easily. We want to thank one of our favorite sponsors, Epic Hockey. Epic has been a blast to work with. They have such clean gear. You're not worried about all of the bells and whistles, and you just want quality hockey gear that looks clean and crisp and simple and minimalistic. Well, then Epic is the place for you. Dan's an excellent guy to work with, and he'll get you all the gear that you need as soon as possible. That puck's going to be worked up through the center of the zone and be forced all the way back out to... It looks like Dare's going to get to that puck first. Dare's going to work in tight, and Smith's going to be forced off. That puck's going to come down low. It's going to be picked up by Kowalski, it looks like. Kowalski's going to take this puck on the near side. Forces it over to Reno. Reno's going to look down low, finds Dare. Dare's got an opportunity. His shot's going to be gobbled up by Campbell, and they'll hang on for the draw. .545 left to go in the second period. Scoreboard reflecting 3-3, but I believe it is actually 4-3 in favor of the Syndicate. We're going to see if they get that corrected here. That puck's going to be forced up to Dare. Dare's going to be working it across to Millar. Millar bans on that pass, but forces it back down to Millar. That puck's going to be worked on the far side. Works in tight, and that is going to be finished up by Glasser. Beautiful little goal by him. As he gets that one around the goaltender, is able to seal this off. we get another pronunciation. I apologize back home, but the man number 3 for the Syndicate that I've been saying Jean is actually Gian. So we'll get that one corrected here as we move forward. Celix is going to take that puck and work it around. Nice little thievery by the Knights. Finding a man on the back door and Dare, and he's going to miss wide and go down along the end boards. Picked up by Glasser. Glasser's going to move this puck around. Gian is going to pick this up. Back to Glassers. He's going to work it through the neutral zone. Over to Gian. Gion's going to step in through the center, and that's going to be kicked away by Prevo and pushed all the way back out to Hartford. Hartford's going to move it down to Gian. Gion's going to lose that puck a little bit, but get some help from Bonnie. And the Syndicate's going back the other way. Beautiful little way to evade by using a little bit of a chip to himself. That center is going to be out of the reach of Glasser, and they're going to race for it. Millar's going to be the first one to it. She's going to pass it out and around to Kowalski. Kowalski's going to push it through center, and Hartford's going to get to it. A 3-on-2 opportunity for the Syndicate. On the back door for Bonnie, and that's going to be fought off by Prevo. And Hartford's going to pick this up. Hartford's going to hit the post. That's going to come on the near side. Picked up by Dare, and he's going to have some space. Dare's going to work it down through center. Cuts across the middle. Tries to leave it for Celix, but a little bit of a miscommunication from those two. Smith's able to pick that up. That's going to be fought off by Campbell. The wraparound attempt is going to be broken up by Gian. His goaltender Campbell didn't seem to see that attack coming. Gion's going to work it on the far side for Glasser. Glasser's going to come in through the neutral zone. His is going to be fought off by Prevo. Second opportunity fought off by Prevo, and Campbell is going to, that's going to be Dare that's going to come away with that. Smith's backhand shot's going to go all the way out and around, and Celix will pick it up. Celix moving it in tight. Little bit of a puck battle up front, but he's going to come away with it. Looking for a man in tight. Makes another nice move. Another opportunity is going to be blockered away. And Bonnie's going to pick that up coming down. Bonnie with a lot of space and numbers if he hurries. Makes it on the back door. Works on the wraparound. Prevo trying to get back in spot. But he's able to keep that one out of the back of the cage. Kowazik's going to move that all the way back to Gian. Gion's going to go up to Kowazik. Kowazik over to Motyk. Motyk's going to move it back. Back over to Kowazik, but he's going to overskate it slightly. Kowazik moves it across to DeFore. DeFore's going to miss wide. That puck's going to sit in. They're going to be fought for. Reno to come away at the puck as he's going to look up top. That'll be broken up by Motyk. Motyk down to Kowazik. DeFore's going to take that puck, and he's going to be shot up into the netting. And we will have another face-off in the Detroit zone. Minute 30 left to go in the second period. The score is adjusted, and it is 4-3 in favor of the Syndicate. And we are going to have a draw in the Knight zone. Both teams playing incredibly this morning. I have no complaints either way. Not a whole lot to really break down in the error department. The only thing I would think is really got to get the passing a little bit more clean. We're overskating a little bit, but this game has been going well for both teams. Kowalski on the far boards, works it down low to the corner. Passes it to Smith, but that'll be broken up by DeFore. He's going to move it up to Kowazik. Kowazik on the near side. Works it down low. Pulls it across. What are they going to call here? It's in the back of the cage, but the goal was kicked off its metaphorical moorings. They're saying the goaltender kicked it off. Maybe not intentionally, but regardless, he was the responsible party. And they are going to call this a good goal. 5-3 in favor of the Syndicate in the dying minute of the second period. Face off at center. That's going to be pulled all the way forward for Kowalski. He's going to have some space. Opportunity to tie it tight. Misses wide. And Campbell's going to hang on to dear life. Really good last-minute effort by the Knights. Just was not able to capitalize on it. And this period is going to end at a 5-3 score. I apologize. Looks like they're going to drop this puck in the last couple of seconds. Nonetheless, they're going to clear it all the way down the length of the ice and send this one into intermission. When we come back, you're going to have your final period. And unfortunately for you folks at home, it's going to be the final period for me, as we're going to be going over to Sean Takachi, the normal color and play-by-play guy. And he'll be calling the New Era versus Detroit Revolution game, another T2 action. But until then, you're listening to Grove City Hockey. Welcome back, folks. Third period action here between the Windy City Syndicate and the Detroit Knights. A little bit of a false start on the face-off. Not sure what the situation is. They're going to give this another try, and Syndicate's going to pull it back. Hartford's going to have that puck, works it back in tight. Finds Gion on the near side. He works it down low. DeFort's going to move it around the backside of his net. He's going to hang up tight. Little bit of a forechecking pressure by Kowalski, but DeFort's going to just hang on and be patient behind his own net. It's a little bit of assistance from Kowazik, but DeFort's going to elect to hold on to it. He carries it out from behind his net on his own, moves it through the neutral zone. He's going to be forced onto the near side. Cuts back in tight. DeFort with a nice little fake shot move, and that'll be fought off by Prevo. Looks like it trickled over the backside of his glove and does find the back of the cage, as he had the initial one, was just not able to squeeze onto it. And DeFort's going to get the 6th goal of this contest for the Windy City Syndicate. Once again, want to thank the MIHA Hockey Association for bringing us out to broadcast. They're such a wonderful group to work for. But if you're interested in playing next year, if you think you got what it takes and you're able to do what all these wonderful athletes have been doing all season, make sure you sign up as a team, or you can sign up as a sub for individual tournaments. Reach out to Carl. His information is on the MIHA website. And as we give that quick little shout out, Kowalski's going to get another goal for the Knights. He has been turning on the afterburners and getting this thing done for his team. It's 6-4 hockey. Faceoff's going to be at center. Celix versus Glasser. We're going to see who comes away with this. That's going to be in the feet of the Syndicate, but Celix is nonetheless going to come away with that puck. He's going to be forced all the way to the far boards. Finds Reno up tight, and that puck's going to bounce off of Campbell's shoulder and into the back of the cage. He thought he had that one by the way that he froze, but just not able to control that rebound. And just like that, it is 6-5 hockey. Faceoff's going back to center. We're going to have another opportunity here. Detroit coming out with 2 quick ones in the third period to make this thing close. Gion's going to come away with this puck. He's going to work it on the far side. Cutting in middle. Finds a man on the near side. Back to Gion. Gion's going to be just out of reach of Dare. Gets forced all the way down low. Kowalski's going to take that puck and work his way up top. He's going to stop up short. Force it back to Reno. Reno's going to go back to Kowalski. Kowalski's got Celix on the near side. Does use him. Looking back for Kowalski, instead is going to pass it all the way back out to Reno. Reno over to Celix. A little bit of pressure by Bonnie. Bonnie's going to give a little bit of pressure, but that's going to go over to Dare. Dare's going to be forced all the way back in. Back over to Celix. Celix back over to Dare. Dare's going to work it along the far side. Pass broken up by Glasser. Glasser's going to pull it behind his own net and work it out to Matike. Matike's going to go back to Glasser. Glasser's going to work it up along the near side. He's going back down to Bonnie. Bonnie, nice little stutter step to get inside and create some space on the wing. He's going to be pushed all the way back out to center where he moves it over to Glasser. Glasser's going to pull that puck behind his own net and come out the other side. Glasser on the near boards. It's got a lot of space and a 3-on-2 opportunity as he moves that over to Hartford. Hartford's going to hit the blocker and go wide. Kowalski's going to pick this up, and he's going to come down the opposite wing. He's going to pull it in tight. And beautiful little breakup just over the net, and Hartford will go back to collect it and force it up to Bonnie. Bonnie's going to make a little move for himself, but doesn't communicate well with his forward partner as the Knights are going to come back the other way. Reno cutting through the zone, finds a man on the backside. Kowalski not able to control that as he's forced up the wall. He's going to go back to Reno. Reno's going to come in tight, and that'll be broken up by Matike. And Glasser's going to go the other way for the Syndicate. Syndicate coming in wide. They're going to look in tight and forced out to the far corner. Great opportunity and great pressure by Millar. They're going to push that all the way back for Hartford and just take this thing nice and slow. Syndicate don't really need to be able to rest on their laurels yet. They got to get something going. They are winning this game, but I don't think they're going to win by 1 goal. They got to get a little bit of an insurance policy on this game. And it looks like that's what they're trying to do now. Kowalski's going to move it up. He's going to pass it off to Danford, and they're going to pull it all the way back to goaltender Campbell. Campbell's going to hold that puck behind his net and just leave it for Hartford. Puck's going to be forced along the near side, picked up by Kowalski. He's going to work it onto the far boards to Hartford. Hartford's going to cut middle and is forced out. Pulls it back in by DeFore. DeFore is going to come up to Kowalski. Kowalski's going to work it in down low, gets turned back up top. DeFore is going to take this puck out across the center line. And again, just playing slow, cautious hockey. I don't love this right now for the Syndicate. I think they need to get another goal, or this is going to be a tough pill to swallow if the Knights keep on the pace that they're on. DeFore is going to create some space for himself and comes on a 3-on-2. He's going to leave that for Kowalski. Kowalski's shot's going to be blocked away by the defense, but Hartford will be the first one to it. Hartford leaves it back for DeFore. DeFore's shot is going to be kicked away by Prevost, and it's going to sit on the doorstep where Celix will collect it. Celix is going to work it across that neutral zone. Has a man up front, but elects to pull it all the way back for himself as Reno's going to take that puck. Reno working it down to Millar. Millar's puck's going to be broken up, but she's going to get to it first. Millar works it down low. Smith with the puck. Smith shot! Seemed to be a little trickle in the net, but that's covered up by Campbell. Must have been a stick or something. We're going to have a face-off in the Syndicate zone. Syndicate is going to win this back to Hartford. Hartford's going to move it across. Gion's going to pick that up and get going. He's going to work it along the near side. Leaves it for DeFore. DeFore's got a man on the back door, but he's going to shoot it himself. But Prevost is going to cover that up easily. Just under the 7-minute mark of the third period. 6-5 is the score in favor of the Syndicate. We're going to have a face-off in the Knights zone. Puck's going to be tied up. Knights are going to come away with it. Dare's going to work it across the far side where Kowalski will be the first one to it. Kowalski gets tied up with Hartford. Puck battle in tight. The Syndicate to come away with it. DeFore's going to pull that puck all the way back, be safe with it. He's going to sit up behind the goal and just hang on. He's going to work it in across the top. A little bit of a tie-up, but Gion's going to get that puck. He one-touches it over to Kowalski. Kowalski's going to pull it all the way back. He leaves it for Gion. Gion's going to work it across the top. Gion pulls it all the way back for Hartford. Hartford works it down low to DeFore. DeFore is going to move it down low to Hartford. Gets another opportunity. Back up to DeFore. His puck's going to be on the backhand. It's going to sit on Prevost's stick. They force it up to Kowalski. Kowalski and Dare on a 2-on-1. He comes down in, finds Kowalski, but just broken up by a good back check by DeFore. And that's going to sit on down low. Worked up top. Smith's going to be the first one to it. Excuse me, that's going to be Dare. Dare's going to push it all the way back up to Reno. Big blast by Reno is going to be deflected up front, but pushed onto the near corner, where Smith's going to get to it first. Smith out to DeFore. They got a 2-on-1 opportunity themselves. Kowalski and DeFore. His shot is going to be blocked away by Prevo, and we're going to come the other way. Reno with the puck for the Knights. The Knights take the zone. Knights got a 3-on-2 opportunity. Kowalski on the back door. Bouncing puck cannot get on his stick, as that's going to be pushed down low by DeFore. DeFore's going to move that across to Motique. And he's going to hold on to it behind his own zone. He leaves it for Kowalski. Excuse me, that's Bonnie. Bonnie's going to work in tight. Taken down, incidentally. No penalty on the play. Passes the stick away. I'm not sure if that's a penalty or not. Could be called an unsportsmanlike, but I don't think it's a problem. Nonetheless, Bonnie needs to quit arguing and get back into the play as the Knights are on the fourth side. Celix is going to move that puck all the way out and around. He's going to hang on to it. He works it across for Reno. Reno's looking down low, bouncing puck. Finds Kowalski, but Kowalski's going to get fought off for it by Gian. Gion's going to move that up top to Bonnie. Bonnie's going to work that down low, and that'll be fought off by Prevo. That pass is just out of reach of Celix. He's going to play it up forward to Bonnie. Bonnie's going to take the zone. He works it across. Looking in front. Finds a man, and he's going to miss wide. Glasser with a beautiful opportunity. He's got the puck back on his stick. He's going to give it another go. Glasser cuts in onto his backhand. That shot's going to be fought off by Prevo. That's going to sit on the doorstep, and Reno will pick it up. 3:32 left to go in the game. 6-5 in favor of the Syndicate. Over to Kowalski for the Knights. Kowalski's going to leave it back to Celix. Celix is going to take a step in. That just outreach of Millar and picked up by Glasser. Glasser's going to work it down low, where we picked up by Matike. Matike's going to move it across, picked up by Bonnie. Bonnie's going to work it through and enter the zone. He leaves it for Hartford. Hartford's going to work it up to Bonnie. Bonnie works it across and does not find Glasser on the back door, as that puck's going to be forced all the way back out, and the Syndicate will have to skate back to collect it. 2:45 left to go. Again, just a one-goal game here, as the Knights are trying to get desperately tied here. And in my opinion, if they get this thing tied, they're going to win it in overtime. They've been dominating the third. Syndicate have been playing very, very cautious hockey. Syndicate's going to move it around low, where it's going to be picked up by Hartford. Hartford's going to take that puck and work it across the top. He's going to go over to Bonnie. Excuse me, that's Kowalski. Kowalski's going to lose his stick on the matter as it snaps in half on the shot. There will be a penalty on the play. Penalty and a timeout. So the Knights are going to get 2 minutes for slashing, but then also elect to take their timeout here. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to finish out the rest of this third period. You're listening to Grove City Hockey.
For my opinion, it has a good minimalistic look. I'm a fan of the black with minimal white accents, the white logo at the very bottom. It makes it pop. I gotta say, I love the grip material. I'm not feeling like I need any tape or anything. And then honestly, in terms of weight, it's definitely one of the lightest sticks I've used. It has a good pop to it, so I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of good shots off and hopefully less muffins.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Grove City Hockey. It may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form without the expressed written consent of Grove City Hockey, LLC. We thank you for your understanding and hope to continue to enjoy this complimentary broadcast. To purchase footage, email grovecityhockeyllc@gmail.com.
Welcome back. Third period action. Before the timeout taken by the Knights, it appears that Millar is going to go off for a slash, 2 minutes for slashing. Knights are going to be on a little bit of a penalty kill with just 2 minutes remaining, and they're down by a goal. So Knights have got to get a short-handed one here if they want to push this thing into overtime. So let's see how this goes. Syndicate's going to move it across the top. Hartford's going to have that puck. He's going to work it down low to Bonnie. Bonnie's going to step in, looking for a man on the back door, and Gian. Gian up to Hartford. Hartford's just going to wait. Absolutely no incentive to be aggressive on this. Over to Bonnie. He's going to work it across to Gian, and it finds the back of the net just like that. Honestly, might be a blessing in disguise for the Knights, because now they can go back to full-handed with a whole minute and a half to get 2 goals instead of trying to do a penalty kill for the whole 2 minutes of this game. But the Syndicate extend their lead to 2, so we got a minute 35 left to go in the game. Once again, stop clock in the dying 2 minutes of the game if it's within 2 goals. So Knights have got to keep this one close. Face off at center. As both teams are getting a little bit agitated. They're trying to figure some things out at the score box. Finally get the whistle to go ahead and drop the puck, as Gion's going to win that puck forward. Gian on the back door. Misses wide. It's going to come all the way out to Glasser. So Glasser's going to turn in tight with it. He's going to work it all the way back into his own zone. Again, they're playing very cautious hockey as he leaves that for Hartford. Hartford's going to hang on to it. Works it up to Boone. Excuse me, that's Bonnie. Bonnie over to Gian. Gian over to Bonnie. Bonnie works in tight and is going to hit the back of the net and make this a 8-5 game. Puts it right over the shoulder of Prevo and extends their lead to 3. The Knights looking absolutely exhausted here, but they're not willing to give up quite yet. Reno's going to pull this puck back. He's going to take the zone, works it down low to Kowalski. Kowalski's going to circle up top. He's going to pull it all the way out of his zone and push it onto the near side, where that puck will be picked up by Millar. Millar's going to lose that puck to Gian. It's going to be forced up top. They're going to battle for this here as Millar's going to leave it for Reno. Reno's got a man up front. He's going to push this up top. Leaves it for Kowalski. Kowalski's shot is going to go right into the breadbasket of Campbell, and he will hang on. With the latest Syndicate goal, they've extended it to 3, so there will not be a stop clock, and they're going to let this time just run out for the rest of this game. Well, folks, it's been a pleasure announcing the first 2 games of this long MIHA weekend, but we want to step aside here for a break. When we come back, you're going to have Sean Takashi announcing the Buffalo New Era versus the Detroit Revolution in the Tier 2 division. You're listening to Grove City Hockey.
Black Biscuit is a hockey company that specializes in team uniforms and apparel and is based in St. Paul, Minnesota. We've been working with teams throughout Minnesota and all around the world. If your team or association is looking to update your uniforms, then let our all-star design team show you what we can do for you. Our slogan is made for misconduct because our uniforms can take a punch. From jerseys, socks, and shells to team apparel, there's almost nothing we can't do. If you can imagine it, we can design it. Visit our website, Black Biscuit Hockey, and check out our design vault for inspiration for your next uniform. Need a company that checks all the boxes? Outstanding design, quality product, great customer service, and timely delivery? Call us at 855-978-6888 to see what the Biscuit team can do for you.
Black Biscuit. Black Biscuit.
Black Biscuit.
Made for misconduct.
Don't risk it. Go Biscuit.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Grove City Hockey. It may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form without the expressed written consent of Grove City Hockey, LLC. We thank you for your understanding and hope to continue to enjoy this complimentary broadcast. To purchase footage, email grovecityhockeyllc@gmail.com.
Hi, my name is Tyler Warner with the Grove City Thunderbirds. Thank you for watching Grove City Hockey.
Have you let office hygiene get away from you? Place of work starting to stink? It's time to call MagiClean. Windows? Check. Washing? Check. General cleanup? Check. Now that's a Magi Hattie. Reach out for your free consultation today.
We are back live here in beautiful Fort Wayne, Indiana for our next contest here in the T2 division between Buffalo New Era and the Detroit Revolution. Working from right to left will be D-Rev. They're in the red and the black trim. Buffalo New Era will be in the white with the black trim. Holding on to it right now is Jess Hackett. He takes a shot. Starting netminders here for both teams. I believe we have number 90 here for Buffalo New Era. That's going to be Yaso Takahashi. And normal Saturday netminder here is Erica Dro here for the Revolution. Going all the way back now and playing it D to D. Excellent passing for the Buffalo New Era, who came out on a losing effort last night to end with 1-1. Looking to bounce back. Technically a 3 seed, while the Revolution are the 4 seed. Working up, and a 2-on-1 possibly for the Revolution. That one gets spoiled into the corner. Cal Allard with the opportunity. And now skating it up is number 18 for Buffalo New Era. Gives up the Hackett. He gets poked away. Both teams struggling to get an early possession. Just kind of bouncing back and forth. Lozon now has it. He's going to just settle it while New Era goes off for a change. Trying to look go. D gets pushed all the way back. Was looking for Whitson. Whitson does retrieve it from his netminder and is going to work it. Trying to get out of zone A, and it's fumbled right in front. Swift was forcing the issue, coming back. 2-on-0 opportunity and a goal. Swift buries it. A fumbled puck led to that scoring opportunity. Buffalo New Era is now going to be up 2-0. That goal by number 21, Swift. Take the draw for the Revolution will be James. He's going to go up against Davis. James does win it forward. Plays it in to the offensive zone. Wraps it around behind the net. Looking for someone to jump into the play to help him out. Gets pickpocketed. And New Era is struggling to get it out. Swift, who just scored the last goal, has it. Goes back. Now through the neutral zone, New Era has it. Long distance shot on. That gets blockered away. Sitting at top the face-off dot. And slowly coming back was Unic. Unic still has it. Long stretch pass up, 2-on-2 opportunity. Trying to go in front was Davis. Right-handed shot. Now stick handling goes below the face-off dot in Gretzky's office. That's gets poked into the corner. Revolution has the takeaway. Coming up on 10 minutes here in the first period. Good battle for it. Right in front of our box. We're up here in the Crow's Nest in Fort Wayne. Drops off to the point, looking for redirection in front. Excellent save by Takahashi. Blocks it into the corner. Another shot attempt. That gets hit by a Buffalo era defender. Good passing for the Revolution. Finally gets spoiled. Unic now stops up. Right-handed shot. He's going to carry it through his own zone. Drops it off. Number 18 is going to carry it in. Shot on. Right kick save there by Gaudreau. Oh, very close to being too many men on the rink. Late change there and was trying to go back to the point. Carrying up now is Hackett. Linus with a shot. Kisses off the glass into the corner. On the far wall, protecting it with one hand on his stick. And that's going to be finally blown dead. It's going to be a holding call. So it's going to be on Buffalo. That's number 10, Todd Linus with it. Holding is the call made by referee Tom Ward. Faceoff will be down into the Detroit Revolution zone. And I'm joined in here with Jake Drzezinski. Jake, thank you for tuning in and helping us out. How you doing?
I'm not doing bad at all, Sean. I figured I'd give you a little bit of a color commentating here as we're able to move around a little bit. And, man, I love watching T2 hockey, so I couldn't resist getting on this one.
Power play opportunity shot. And hits off the post. Possession will stay with the Revolution. A great opportunity there by Allard.
Yeah, the Knights, or the D-Rev is doing an excellent job moving this puck really well. It's so well that it's hard to even create a defensive strategy if you're New Era.
Whitson wraps it around the boards. Looking for a redirected front. That's poked out by Takahashi. Hits the skate down low. Trying to clear it out. Finally does. And actually he's going to carry it in. Trying to eat off some time. There's about 45 seconds gone in this power play opportunity. 7:40 remaining in the first. And Jake, you've called the first two games here. What has excited you the most? We've been here since Friday. We've seen a lot of good hockey.
This ring's always a fun one to go at because it's so wide open, and these teams have been benefiting from the extra space and being able to move this puck around a lot. So I think winning this game is going to be dependent on how much you're able to dissect the defense with your passing, not necessarily with your skating.
Yeah, we drove in Friday night. There was multiple tornadoes. We actually drove, I think, we were about 2 miles out from one of the funnels, and we got hit with sideways rain. Our car was shaking, and it made for an interesting experience, but we got here in one piece, and I think I'm glad that everyone else did too as well.
Yeah, if a tornado is not going to stop GCH, nothing will. So really good games all around today, and we're excited to be here, and we'll get through this action together.
About 15 seconds left. James takes a shot, follows up on his own rebound, lost an edge, another shot on Takahashi. And that goes for a cover. So probably when this puck gets dropped, we'll be back to even strength.
Yeah, it's just excellent goaltending for New Era. I'm not sure why he's still down low. It looks like he might have a little bit of a equipment error fixing his helmet, but we're getting ready for the face-off nonetheless.
Davis to take the draw he's tied up for. It's won by the Revolution. Shot on. That goes way wide. One of the substitute players here for the Revolution, number 44. New Era on the attack. Trying to get it out was Lozon. James helps him out. He's going to carry it into the offensive zone. Left-handed shot. Touch pass in. It's in the feet and covered up.
I don't know how he didn't capitalize on that. Goaltender for New Era came way out on top of his crease, and he had all kind of space to tuck it in behind him. But really good goaltending effort as he gets his foot right on top of that and squeezes on for dear life.
Yeah, it hit just that post and went right between his legs.
Sometimes your posts are your best friends as a goaltender, so absolutely use them. That's what they're there for. The last game that we just got done with, Sean, I think there had to have been 10 or 11 posts in total throughout that contest, and those make the difference.
Shot on, and there is another one. Right on cue. And now counter-attacking is the Revolution. Shot missing wide past the left leg of Takahashi. That was ripped on by Bonanzik.
Takahashi's coming way out on top of his crease, which I love the aggression. It's going to help him in the long run, I believe. You just got to be careful making sure that those shots don't get in behind you.
A little touch pass there, almost some miscommunication. James going to take it. Pass on the stick of Whitson. He carries it in. Long distance shot on Takahashi. He's going to keep the play moving. Swats it into the corner. New Era now with the 2-0 lead in this early period, the first period. 4:30 remaining. See who gets to play the winner of our last game, which was the Syndicates. They looked real well in that game.
And a reminder to folks at home, the Revolution having a little bit of an injury the last tournament they played with. We wish him and his family all the best. But they are playing down a man on their normal roster. And in these high-level games, all the manpower is extremely, extremely valuable.
It is. And great program, as we've mentioned before, out of Fraser Hockey Land in Michigan, run by Nick Bonanzik, who's playing for the T2 team. He's the GM now. Passing the torch off was Mike Farinelli. We always have good conversations with him.
And that's sorry, Sean. Didn't mean to cut you off. That's so important to have a legacy program, somebody to take over whenever you're getting ready to retire or move on, and keep the program going. So many good programs die off because there's just nobody to run the thing after it's all done. So good job by the Detroit Revolution, as you mentioned, an excellent organization and part of this MIHA.
I was really hoping to see Mike this weekend. We have, of course, Nicholas Leone with the Detroit Fuel. His team, T3, is playing this weekend as well. So we had them on for a broadcast. If you don't remember, go back and check it out. It was in January when we were in Fraser.
You know you're going to get yourself into trouble when, as soon as those two jump on the headsets, all of the wives and girlfriends say, oh, no, those two can't talk together. They're going to be at each other's throat. Those two are characters, and I love talking with them all the time.
Little touch pass and another great save by Takahashi. Maybe a too square of a tip. He got a lot of it.
Yeah, it was a beautiful opportunity by the D-Rev, but Takahashi comes out again. Look at how far he is out in front of his crease. He is not letting anything get behind him.
Garvin moves the puck forward. Deseski, he's going to carry it in, circles back up, works it all the way back up top with 2:30 remaining here. Unic down low on the far wall. There's some pressure there by James. He's going to force Linus. Nothing there. Maybe, questionable call. Could have went either way. And yesterday, Jake, the games ran very smoothly. There was very little altercations, very little controversy. Maybe only one about a shootout attempt that was knocked twice by a stick. But that situation is being handled. And, if that's the worst that happens, it was a good day of hockey.
Yeah, it's just exciting all around. All of these teams, they all have their own little complaints and their own little victories. So that's what's exciting about hockey, is you never know what hockey you're going to get.
James holding on to it. It's another good scoring opportunity here for the Revolution. Haven't broken the seal yet. Takahashi's perfect so far. Let's see if that holds up. You don't see too many shutouts in inline hockey, but could be a good opportunity as Takahashi now goes into that half butterfly and gets a save. And he is checked. Well, I think the puck may have just went into his pads.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about goalie pads, is it finds all kind of hiding places. It's beautiful to save the puck, but then you got to spend time to go find it. I'm laughing here in the booth with you here, Sean. Farinelli giving us a shout out on the broadcast. We love when people are commenting in. And we know you're not retired, buddy, but at least you get to spend some time at home and doing your rink duties. So shout out to Mike. We always appreciate you tuning into the broadcast, and we're going to keep getting back to the action here.
Good tic-tac-toe passing, looking to go backdoor, but that's intercepted. Good play by the New Era Swift. Less than 40 to go here in the first period. 2-0 game for New Era in control. Obviously, it's playoff Sunday. James with the interception. He's going to walk in, left-handed shot. Cut it to the front. He's getting harassed and he scores.
Yeah, Takahashi's going to come after you, Sean. You said the shutout word, and just like that, the Detroit Revolution get their first tally of the contest.
James, very excellent player there. He was getting harassed. He split two New Era players perfectly, and I don't know how he got that shot off. His stick was tangled up.
You know, as somebody who plays from both of us, Sean, in that moment, you want to panic and you want to freak out, but he is so calm, so poised, was able to get the job done.
Well, we're going to step aside here after one period. 2-1 is the score. Buffalo over Detroit. We'll step aside. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching Grove City Hockey.
Frustrated and wasting time doing your own taxes? Getting confused by complex forms? Waste your time no longer. It's time for you to check out Bonus Accounting. Kenny and the team will help you with taxes, bookkeeping, and payroll services. Now that's an accounting hat trick. Leave it to the industry experts and check them out today. Use promo code Grove City Hockey for a sweet discount and also to receive exclusive GCH merch. Bonus Accounting, the firm of the future.
We are back for the start of the second period between the Revolution and Buffalo New Era. Should be a good finish to this game here. One period down, 2-1 is the score. James with the 1 goal for the Revolution. One of the goal scorers here for New Era was Corey Swift, number 21. He has the go-ahead goal if it stands. I don't think it will, but, you know, I'm proven wrong many times here, Jake. So,
Well, all I have to say, Sean, is be careful saying that shutout word because Takahashi was playing incredible all day. Let's one in late here in the first, and he's going to be a little bit upset with you on that one. You always have to respect the hockey superstitions in in life.
yeah, and, you know, I should have known better, but it makes for a more fun, I think, afternoon to see some scoring here. I personally love defense, but when it comes to inline hockey, I mean, you want to see the puck at the back of the net and a deflection into the netting and out of play. That was touched on by Seski.
Yeah, no question, Sean. In all of these games, the excitement is the goal scoring. It makes for our excellent highlight reels. And shout out to our video editor, Matthew Flannery. He's been pumping out some of our highlight videos of the past tournaments. So make sure you guys keep an eye out on our YouTube page, like and subscribe as always, and keep informed about the action.
Puck down, New Era with it. They're going to retreat back in their own zone as now they come through the neutral zone. Overseeing his options, dumps it all the way down.
Yeah, once again, Sean, you're looking at the product of this being a wide open rink. These guys are using the boards very, very well to move this puck along. And I don't know. It's going to be an interesting game today. It changes the strategy. The more of these rinks you go to, with them being inline rinks, there's not really like a set regulation size. All of them vary in their own little mannerisms, and this is no different.
Josh Grady with that scoring opportunity. That hits off the left leg of Takahashi. Allard now goes all the way back to Aaron Grady. Aaron Grady, number 92. Couple of brothers here. Hockey, always good to see family affair. Swift now has it. He looks to slot shot on, and Gaudreau swallows it up, and that's going to go for a save. And while we're lining up here for the next face-off, we'll talk about some of our good sponsors here. I'll talk about this one, Jake. Don't worry, because it's Jack's Hockey Wax. So make sure you play ice hockey. You want to get the best, tackiest stick wax out there. Go to www.jackshockeywax.com. You could do custom orders, and obviously you could do all the scents that we have. We have a beer scented scent, and I say that because I work for the company. But
and Sean, I had told the owner of Jack's, and this is for you people at Inline at home. When we make these commercials, you know, we produce them ourselves, and part of the producing of the commercial is applying wax onto your stick. I did it for the commercial and used the stick in a game, and I realized that it actually makes a difference in inline. I was skeptical at first, like most inline players are, but it actually did help my shot a lot, and my release, more importantly.
that's good to hear. We always love trying to make our customers happy. I know we kind of gave you a free one for that, but it was, oh, what a shot. James gets a second.
Again, that's a product of Takahashi coming so far out of his crease. And that's what you got to do as a goaltender. But if you're going to come out that far, you better make sure you can get back.
Excellent shot there as we're coming up on the 10:20 marker of the second period, and we're all tied at 2.
Revolution's really fighting back in this one. You almost have to wonder if it's the side of the rink, because as soon as both teams switched sides, they were able to get goals done.
Linus now has it. He's going to go right through that big orange square. Loses it, plays in front of the penalty box, works it back to Unic, and now he gets it over to Garvin. Struggling to hold on to possession is New Era. Has to go all the way back in their own zone, and now they're going to look for the breakout. Skating through that 1-1-2 forecheck here by the Revolution. Forcing him. Linus now carries it in. He takes a shot, and that goes into the corner. Played there. Couple of sticks lost. Buffalo will hold on to possession. And some changes being made now that they have the offensive zone time. New Era looking pretty good so far. Same with Detroit here, but a lot more opportunities for New Era as that shot hits the top of the ceiling and faceoff will stay in the zone.
Yeah, Sean, this ceiling is about 40 to 50 feet in the air, and that just really weighs in on how hard these guys are shooting. For it to deflect simply and just nail off the ceiling, it must be a rocket of a shot.
See who takes the draw here. It looks like it's Davis for New Era. He went up against Allard, and Davis comes out victorious. Trying to stick handle on the back end. That puck, it seems like it's giving some trouble. You can't settle it down.
It's a little bit colder in the arena, Sean, this being a converted ice hockey rink for the weekend. You got to wonder about that cold. It creates a little bit more bounce in the tiling and in the puck itself. We've even seen times where it gets a little bit too cold for the puck, and the puck will just crack in half. We've seen one earlier today where they retired a puck for that reason. So being able to control this bouncing puck is going to be a huge, huge advantage for whichever team can do it the best.
Skating in and trying to go to the forehand. Great power move there by Joshua Grady. Creating that opportunity there for the Revolution. Now another counterattack, and that puck trickled, hit off the shoulder of Gaudreau. Got enough of it. Almost looked like it was going towards the back of the net, and we're going to have the Grady to Grady connection.
That's one of those things about that Gaudreau save that as a defenseman, you need to be yelling at your goalie. He doesn't have it. He froze like he had that thing smothered up, and with that bouncing puck, you got to make sure that you actually have it smothered up and don't quit on the play.
Trying to go backdoor, just missing it. Good defense there by Grady. More offensive zone time for New Era. Stick handling, trying to get around his man, could not. Grady playing some good defense there. He's going to get some help from Allard. And it looks like Buffalo will skate back in their own zone for a reset. Unic now. Oh, he almost lost it. I thought he did. Now he's coming the opposite direction. Tries to go across. He does. Going backdoor side. He had Gaudreau moving from left to right. And now the puck's going to come all the way out. Takahashi one-hands it. Couple of great chances there. Puck is very lively today. I mean, Jake, from what I've seen here, these boards, they have some good, advantageous bounces when you're playing out there.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of inline rinks having a little bit of a dead spot, or sometimes it'll just hit and stick. These boards have not been that way at all.
James holding on to his forehand at the top of the faceoff. Thought he was looking for Ferentino. And now the Revolution will take over here. Stick handling and just a light pressure there by Linus. He's been all over the place in this game. Oh, for a tip in front. Good stretch pass and on the backdoor give and go.
Yeah, Detroit's really putting the pressure on here in their offensive zone, really getting a lot of looks at the New Era goaltender.
And that shot by Bonanza hits the face of Takahashi, and his mask comes all the way off.
He looks like he is okay. It looks like it was just an equipment malfunction. Sometimes you got to be worried about those helmets popping off, especially if you catch one square on the cage. It can really create like a flashbang effect where your ears ring, your eyes go hazy for a second. So it looks like goaltender's okay. They're going to just get the gear back on and get him ready to go again.
We'll keep it here. His face-off's going to be to the left of Takahashi. Bonanza, who took the shot, is going to take the draw. James hops out there for the Revolution. Tied up 4-1. Forward by Buffalo. Maybe a one-on-one. Good back check by James. A lot of harassment there. Good back check by James, forcing the issue. He has the puck now. He's going to carry it in. Shot on left leg, saved by Takahashi into the corner on the near wall. Now just underskated. Linus is going to have the pickpocket, takes the opposite direction, shoots it right into the chest of Gaudreau, and then backhand feed. Garvin almost had it. And trying to keep it in the zone, but only does it for a brief moment. The Revolution tip play in. That hits the top of the glass. It looks like both teams are trading chances here. Game's starting to open up here, and a tied game to see who moves on to the next game that we saw the winner against the Syndicate.
I'm going to make a bold prediction here, Sean. This game is going to be a 1 or a 2 goal game at the end of it. Both of these teams playing phenomenally, both on the defensive and offensive end. Really good at moving the puck. So let's see here how the rest of this game goes.
Up top, the Bonanza, he shoots in. He doesn't get it on net. It's going to Kareem all the way around. James tries playing it. Settles right in front of the penalty box. Bonanza gets it again. Puck's found his stick multiple times, hits the back of the post and rings out. No good.
It's those posts again, Sean. A bunch of teams have been hitting them. That's the only way these guys are going to beat the goaltender is getting these in tight.
And that's got to be a very deflating feeling. You beat the goaltender, but you can't beat that red pole. Going down on one knee, couldn't get the shot off. Carrying it now is Grady. He's got a man in front. That was Allard with the screen, and we have 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the second period.
Yeah, the goaltending has been phenomenal this contest. The scoreboard doesn't reflect it. There's been so many opportunities going both ways. And at the end of the day, it's going to be whichever team can get the most going for them. And I don't think it's going to take a whole lot. Both teams have been very offensive-minded.
Face-off down, controlled by Buffalo. Playing on the backhand, they go D to D. Light forecheck by the Revolution. Now playing in a box, picking up each man. Just gained enough of it. Almost caused a turnover was Allard. And here comes New Era. Looking for a little touch pass, and I think he hit his skate and onto his stick. Good play there by Seski.
From up here in the box, Sean, that looked like that had him dead to rights, and it was a really nice save by the goaltender for the Revolution.
Allard with a man that beat the defense. They're stretching out Buffalo a lot here, Jake, and it's worked out that they've got a lot of one-on-one opportunities, trying to take as much space as they can.
Yeah, the Buffalo New Era has they had a really, really strong start, but this has been Detroit Revolution the rest of this second period, so they got to get something going here if they want to keep this game tight.
Less than 2 to go in the second. Creating some separation was Swift. He now takes a shot. Picked up by Davis. He's got 3 different Revolution players on him, and it's taken away by Allard. Drops it off for Grady. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Looking to try and get to the slot. Backhand whiff on the pass. And now 2-on-1 for New Era. Let's see what they got. Gives it across to Davis. He can't find it in the skates. Trying to go backdoor again. Now takes a shot. Dumped back down in low. Be played by his defensive partner. Now worked up for the Revolution. Another backdoor opportunity, and there was maybe a hook there that probably should have been called if that would have got a stick on it. Maybe, I don't know if the referee decided that was too far of a pass. Little drop play. Works at the Linus. Linus can't settle it. He gets it back again. That one's blocked. Zeski now 40 seconds left. Gets it right into the slot. Look at go back door to Davis, and that hits the toe of Gaudreau.
That's been one of the best opportunities that hasn't connected for the New Era. That was an excellent backdoor pass. Just needed to get it going towards the net instead of towards the corner.
Linus with Garvin, two of the players there on the forward end for New Era who created that opportunity. Now just slamming it around. Comes up right in front. 2-on-1 now for New Era. Maybe one last goal to end the period. Hits the blocker, trying to settle it down his line as he can't. Garvin gets stood up. Nice little poke check there, and that will do it. So after 2, it will be tied at 2 between the Revolution and New Era. Stay tuned for the conclusion. Thank you for watching Grove City Hockey.
Black Biscuit is a hockey company that specializes in team uniforms and apparel and is based in St. Paul, Minnesota. We've been working with teams throughout Minnesota and all around the world. If your team or association is looking to update your uniforms, then let our all-star design team show you what we can do for you. Our slogan is made for misconduct because our uniforms can take a punch. From jerseys, socks, and shells to team apparel, there's almost nothing we can't do. If you can imagine it, we can design it. Visit our website, Black Biscuit Hockey, and check out our design vault for inspiration for your next uniform. Need a company that checks all the boxes? Outstanding design, quality product, great customer service, and timely delivery? Call us at 855-978-6888 to see what the Biscuit team can do for you.
We are back for the third period, possibly the conclusion. We'll have to play this period to see, as we're tied at 2. Overtime rules would be 5 minutes of 3-on-3 hockey, sudden death, and then we go to a shootout. So Saturdays we do just the shootouts. We only saw one of those yesterday. A lot of blowouts in games, but so far through Sunday action, it's been tight-knit. Does the Revolution carry it in? Trying to cut it to the slot was Grady. New Era with possession. Linus left-handed shot. That misses way wide. Wraps all the way around to the boards. Back into Buffalo's zone. And now Seski gives it across to Garvin. Garvin's going to carry it in. Settles it, and that pops up in the air. Touches the ceiling and down. I almost said netting, but that wouldn't be true.
Well, we can make those errors, Sean. Out of play. Let's do that. That'll make it easy.
It's been an early morning here. We got here at the rink around 7:25. Start broadcasting. Final game slated to start at 6 p.m. here in Fort Wayne. We'll be back again in 2 weeks here. Shot on net into the corner. Back in Fort Wayne for some more action. That's only going to be T3 and T4 though. So this is just T2, 3, and 4. We're going to see every division in play so far today. Linus couldn't settle it down. He tries to go back. Goes right between the boards and the stick of his defenseman and now carried out. Garvin with some momentum through the neutral zone. At top of the dot, drops it off for Linus, and that now goes out of play again as we're only 2 minutes into the third period, and we haven't really even seen an official shot recorded.
Yeah, I have to wonder if these teams are getting a little bit tired. Both of them have a little bit of the shorter bench, a couple of subs for sure. But it's not the first and second period that we have seen so far in this game. We'll see which one of them strikes first.
And be the first to strike when it comes to tax season. Make sure you go to bonusaccounting.com for your taxes this year. They'll get you the most back on your return. And I know we filed our taxes here, Jake, and I'll be waiting for those here in just a couple days. James holding on to it, drops it off. Grady now controlling it. That's Aaron. He's out there with his brother. Curls with Whitson. Now he's going to settle it back behind Gaudreau. Good passing as Bonanza has it. And the pace of play starting, and maybe a turnover here. Swift picks it up off the wall, trying for a tuck, can't complete.
Yeah, it certainly looks like a lot slower of hockey than what we've seen earlier in this game. I don't know if that's a cautionary thing or a fatigue thing, but we're going to see here in a minute.
James looking for the hat trick in front of Bonanzik. And he was just an inch away.
Bonanzik had everything to look at. Just couldn't get a shot on. Really good tie-up by the defenseman there for the New Era to prevent that goal from making this a 3-2 hockey game.
And we see our good friend Tom Ward, the referee, right in front of us. He's going to drop it like it's hot. Puck in the Buffalo zone. And now carried out by Davis. Right-handed shot. All the way from his defensive position. Takes a shot on net that just breezes the shoulder of Gaudreau. He got enough of it to at least get that from the back of the net. Nice little tie-up down low. Player helmet came off. They blow it dead.
That was a good quick whistle by the referees there. Without the helmet, that gets a little bit of a squirrely situation, especially with how bad these pucks have been bouncing all over the place.
Face-off will be to the right of Gaudreau. And finally, it's dropped down. A little bit of a hesitation here from the referee just to make sure that everybody's lined up correctly. New Era holding on to it. Now carrying it through the neutral zone. Maybe a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Draw pass to slot to Davis. That's kicked wide. Now a race for it. New Era wins it. Swift holding on to it. Light forward check now by Joshua Grady. Shot missing wide. Gaudreau's just going to hop on out of his net and cover it up for a face-off.
Yeah, he's been very active, and he's really good on those roller flies, being able to kick across. You see the movement that he has to be able to slide all the way from the top of the crease down and swallow that thing up.
A little bit more difficult in inline hockey compared to ice, as you mentioned it. You need those roller flies to really help you out before you tear a groin. I've seen a couple of players do that, and that's always an unfortunate scene. Those roller flies definitely help out, and makes for an exciting game. Gives you the feel of being on ice. Unic trying to take a shot, gets wide. Here, 1-on-0. Can he beat it all by himself? And at the very last second, Unic was able to affect the play. Shot on net. That hits the blocker. The Revolution are buzzing.
Yeah, Munich had an excellent back check on that. That could have easily made this game 3-2, but great defensive effort there at the end of that.
Couple of great opportunities for the Revolution. Getting harassed now is Lozon. Puck's still there. Had multiple players overskate it. Unic to Linus. 2-on-1. Gaudreau with this on. And the rebound goes in.
Yeah, Linus overskated that puck here in their own defensive end, and rather than just holding up and waiting for it, he knew reinforcements were coming. He got on his horse and kept going down and created a 2-on-1 opportunity for himself. Really good offensive mind there for number 10, Linus.
Coming up on the 7-minute marker here of the third period. Face off at center now. Here comes James. He's got 2 goals already in this contest. Might need a third one for the Revolution to overcome this 1-goal deficit. Swift got a shot on. He falls up on his own rebound, looking for a centering feed. That misses a couple sticks and wide. Seski now with it. Backhand little curl drop pass, but no one was there, so the Revolution, here they go. Bonanzik, the captain, the GM, drops it off for James. He carries it in. Surveying his options. Looking to go backdoor cross crease, couldn't connect.
Yeah, Sean, even though the scoreboard is reflecting New Era being up in this period, it doesn't feel that way. The Revolution have been absolutely on fire. and you keep this effort up, something's going to connect for you.
Now coming up top of the slot, drops it across. Whitson has it now. Oh, maybe a one-on-one opportunity. And a good back check there by Grady. Gets some support from Whitson. He carries it in now. Toe drag move. He's got an opportunity. Lane in. It just misses wide. I think it was deflected. Trying to settle it down now. New Era carrying it. Went 1-on-4. That shot's blocked into the netting and out of play.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to go in 1-on-4. What was really good about the Detroit Revolution, that last one, is they created a breakaway into their own breakaway by getting hard on the back check and turning that puck up ice immediately on possession.
Get a face-off down. Coming up after this game, we'll see the Detroit Smoke and Indian line. That's technically the T2A bracket. This is T2B. Doesn't really feel any different to me. That's just how that's how they do the scheduling. But these teams are really good. And it just underneath the glove of Takahashi.
Yeah, Sean, Saturday games, they broke out the I guess, play-in pools into the East and West, which I really kind of like, having all the East teams play all the East teams and all the West teams play all the West teams. But Sunday morning championships is it's not the same. They have the best teams versus the best, and the loser teams, I guess, the lesser teams versus the lesser teams.
The teams
not
that
a good,
have a good
Thank
Saturday.
you. Not a good way to say that, because these teams have been absolutely phenomenal. I didn't know how to word that properly, but you knew the point I was trying to make. Lesser record. There we go.
Now a little touch pass. 1-on-0 opportunity. Shoots and he scores. It is now tied at 3. What a goal. Top shelf where Mama hides the cookies.
It's all Revolution, all third period. They had multiple breakaways. That one, he created enough space to be able to take his time and put that puck exactly where he wanted to, and he made no mistake about it.
Number 27, Joshua Grady, ties us up at 3 in the third period with about 3:45 to go. Threes all around. Maybe got to play a lottery number. Nice head fake, carrying it in. He's going to settle it down, takes a shot, and another save by Takahashi. Counterattack now for Buffalo. Linus all by himself in a save. Glove hand by Gaudreau. He couldn't pinch it off, but he made the critical save. I'm sure his team will take the rebound and try to clear it out after that.
Gaudreau was in a tough situation there on a really widespread 2-on-1, and was able to get across and get something on it, which is good enough for right now. The scoreboard reflects the tie, and we'll keep going on this game.
Little touch pass to Unic. Now top slot. Good puck movement here by New Era. They've been in control of the lead. Revolution looking to take their first lead of the day, and it would be the most important lead with this little time remaining. Cutting to the slot. Good poke check by Takahashi.
Takahashi looked cool, calm, and collected right there. Was just able to easily get his stick out. Stayed in good position just in case he failed, but was able to get the paddle on it first. And now we got it all the way back in the Detroit zone.
Some might say as cool as a cucumber. And here come the Revolution. Shot, that hits the netting and out of play. We'll get another face-off this time in the Buffalo New Era zone.
Once again, a reminder for people back home, with it being a 3-3 tie, this clock is going to stop here in a couple of seconds, and we'll have a stop clock for the rest of the game. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Clock finally stopped. Playing for it. Good stick tie up there. Now James has it. Goes all the way back up top. Next goal might be the winner. Carrying it in for the Revolution. Shot on net. Takes a funky bounce, and Takahashi is able to reach behind him and find it.
We were talking about how this puck is bouncing off these boards really aggressively. That was a situation where it could have bit him pretty bad. It hit off that end wall, came all the way back out. Luckily, he was able to spin around and find it in time before it bounced off of him and dreadedly made it across the line.
Reminds you of old Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, where the Red Wings played out of for such a long time. Now it's Little Caesars. Had some very lively boards that you had to be active of if you're playing in the NHL. Big rebound comes in front to Gaudreau, gets some help. Whitson's going to take control of it, stops up. As we're coming up on the final minute of the third period in a tied game to see who moves on. Quite literally, win or go home at this point. Unic on the boards, and he takes a little rough tumble into the boards. Able to maneuver around there. Zeski now dropping it off for Unic. They play catch. Trying to play the body was James. He does. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Right into the slots. Tries to drop it off and maybe should have took the shot instead.
Goaltender having the sense of mind to fight the first one off, and if he didn't get across with that leg pad and seal off that wraparound attempt, his game could be over real quick. But excellent state of mind and awareness right there.
And that's going to be a penalty. New Era has about 8 seconds here, and they're probably going to, finally touch up. They get 5.5 here, and then they'll go 4-on-3 in the overtime, barring one face-off shot away. It's going to be a tripping call. It's going to be on number 98, James, and that's unfortunate because he was having such a great day.
Yeah, and that's a rough one to eat up in the dying seconds of the period, because as hard as it is to defeat a 4-on-3 in regulation, it's even harder to do it in overtime. There's no comeback opportunity.
Face off, down, tied up forward, trying to get that last second. Gets cleared all the way down, and Takahashi will stop it, and that will do it for the third period. We'll keep it right here, actually. If I know the referee Tom Ward as well as I do, he's going to get this started.
And rightfully so. They want to get these games moving so all the teams are on track for the whole day. So it's no surprise he's going to get this thing turned around quickly. Unfortunately, Detroit Revolution still without, I apologize, Sean. I don't have the rosters in front of me, but they will be on the penalty kill here for some, if not most, of this overtime hockey. I believe that would be James in the penalty box, if I'm correct.
That is James who's going to be in the penalty box. Garvin and Swift with some goals for the New Era to get a 2-0 lead in the first. James promptly gets 2 consecutive goals. Linus regains the lead for Buffalo, and then Grady ties it up at the 3:57 marker, and that's where we got to this point now with a 5-minute overtime. 1:54 on the power play. Face off one tied up. That's won by the Revolution. Now, Jake, I do have a question here. I mean, with such little time, are you trying to score a shorthanded goal here or just clear it?
I think you got to be smart because it is 5 minutes. You got to beat the first minute 50, and then you have to have enough energy to keep going. If you waste it all trying to tire yourself out on a shorthanded goal, it could be problematic. That being said, if you got a lane and you got an opportunity, you got to kind of go for it too.
And they're going to try and argue high stick, and they're saying good goal. And that is game. Power play goal, and Buffalo will move on.
That's a tough one to swallow, Sean. Up here in the booth, it's kind of hard for us to see. I thought he was well below the crossbar, but you never know. And they're going to send this one home. There's the official buzzer, and that'll do it.
What a play to end it as Buffalo wins this. They'll move on, and we're going to step aside here. We'll come back to the next matchup. Thank you for watching Grove City Hockey.
Black Biscuit is a hockey company that specializes in team uniforms and apparel and is based in St. Paul, Minnesota. We have been working with teams throughout Minnesota and all around the world. If your team or association is looking to update your uniforms, then let our all-star design team show you what we can do for you. Our slogan is made for misconduct because our uniforms can take a punch. From jerseys, socks, and shells to team apparel, there's almost nothing we can't do. If you can imagine it, we can design it. Visit our website, Black Biscuit Hockey, and check out our design vault for inspiration for your next uniform. Need a company that checks all the boxes? Outstanding design, quality product, great customer service, and timely delivery? Call us at 855-978-6888 to see what the Biscuit team can do for you.
Black Biscuit. Black Biscuit.
Black Biscuit.
Made for misconduct.
Don't risk it. Go Biscuit.
Are live here for the next contest between the Detroit Smoke and Indy Inline. The Smoke with the dark gray sweaters going against Indy Inline in the white, the red trim. Shot on net, saved by Music, the starting netminder for Indy. Starting in net for the Smoke will be Stork, face off down. Just about 1 minute is gone underway here. Short works the cross. Carries it up, passes it through Hall. Good takeaway there now. Here comes Goltz. Stick handling through, right-handed shot, makes a power move and puts it through. Got a good shot opportunity off there. Dignan defending with short. And it comes all the way back up to the top of the point. Schwartz now dropping it off. Faked out, goes all the way back down to Stork to be played. That was Swims with the excellent pass. And we got a reset. Still 0-0 here with about 12:15 in the first period. The T2A division, Indian line was the number 1 overall seed. Shot hits the glove hand of Stork. It's going to say it settled down. Stick handling, tried for a curl drop, finally does, but it's intercepted. Sussman now holding on to it. Gets it over to Clark. Smoke went 1-1 yesterday. Had a better goal differential. It gives them gave them the technical 2 seed. Puck's just bouncing around. Good little toe drag maneuver. Dropping it off and missing wide. Almost with the opportunity was Mizuraka. And Indy now looking to counterattack. Dignan gets his slot. He takes a shot, and that's blocked. Stick handling. Mizuraka was trying to get it again. He gets poked at by Clark. Good battle and scrum there. Trying for the Michigan, and he almost had it. Music took away the angle at the last second. Shot on net, and that will go for a cover. Face-off will be to the left of Music. Mizuraka with the great, excellent dance move, and referee Tom Ward up top giving us little gestures. We appreciate everything he does. There's shot. That's blocked down. Trying to sell it down to Swims. He's getting harassed. Music's going to cover it up. Slow start to this one as it's still scoreless. 10-15 here remaining in the first period. Good possession here by the Smoke. Face off down. Dignan wins it. Going to carry it up. Looking for Flannery. That misses wide. Going all the way back down to be played by Stork. And he almost overpassed it. Got some help from Schwartz. He works up the Swims. Moves across now. Here comes Schwartz. Good little hesitation move. And Flannery's going to take control of it for Indian line. Trying to cut to a slot. Good defense there. Stick flying out of the air. Wow. At least he gave it back to him. Here comes Schwartz. Defended away by Hall. Not many shot opportunities yet. Looking for a little drop pass into the slot and couldn't connect was Harmon. Swims. Good poke check by Flannery. Gets some help from Clark. Trying to sell it down behind his own net. Taken away by Harmon. Harmon works it down low. Trying for the backdoor feed, and that gets intercepted. An errant pass by Bulliard leads to this opportunity and a whiff and a shot. Stork fought it off. Little touch pass there by Dignan into the slot. Short now has it walking center red line. This rink gets black. Clark trying for a give and go to Hall now. Maybe a one-on-one. Casually just skating in, takes a shot. Music with the save. Dignan holding on to it. Off the boards. Clark now works it all the way up and just underneath the stick of Short. He had a wide open area to probably score an easy goal. Clark now at the point. Poked away. Comes all the way back to Clark now. And Dignan has it for Indy. Left-handed shot at the top of the face-off dot, drops it in low for short. Off the boards, comes all the way back down. Clark now has it. Wraps it around for Dignan. Uzuraka trying to go across and joined in here in the booth with Matthew Flannery. Matt, thank you for hopping on. How are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing lovely, Sean. It's an early morning, getting around 11 a.m., so not too early at this point. Been here, but love being at the rink, so I can't complain too much.
If you're not familiar with Matt, he is our head of our production, at least for the visual side here, working the cameras, making sure that everything is up to date. And those awesome shorts that you see on our YouTube page, he is the man behind it. So make sure you check those out on our YouTube page. Lots of great content from all action that we bring to you here with MIHA.
You give me more credit for what I'm worth, but I appreciate you, buddy.
I appreciate you being here and all the hard work you put in for Grove City Hockey, especially on a shorthanded weekend where there's only 4 of us. It does make for a difficult long weekend, but, glad to see some excellent hockey. And what have you seen so far?
We've seen a lot of great games. A little bit of a shocker, honestly, in the New Era game, that last game there. I thought things might have gone a little bit differently, but an exciting, excellent game nonetheless. And seems to be a good one here so far. 0-0, about 6 minutes left. Seems to be some even play going back and forth here. Schwartz coming down the middle of the slot, dishes it outside, and I'll give it back to you.
And if you're also not familiar, he plays on the Shockwave. They only have a T3 division this year, but you played in the T2 division. You've played against a lot of these guys here, and Schwartz, he's an excellent player for this.
You can't contain him. That's pretty much the only thing I can say. It's just it takes a special player to be able to contain a guy like that.
Flannery on the face-off dot and in the broadcast booth.
That's my brother. Not really, but for namesake.
Schwartz has it, cuts it right to the slot, takes a shot on net. Trying to follow up on his own rebound, he couldn't. Taken away by Dignan for Indy. Little curl drop for Sussman. Left-handed shot on the far wall in front of his own bench. Will carry it up. Gets it to Flannery. Nice little sidestep maneuver to create some space, and that puck, it's going to stay in.
He's repping the name well, I gotta say.
Typically, with you play defense. He's a forward, so, one of these days might have to get you guys together here on the rink.
That's how we both got so good, because I'm obviously such a good... I'll stop there, but, you gotta have the brotherly love, 1-0, 1D. If we would have had a, third brother, maybe a set of triplets or something, maybe we would have had a goalie out of the mix, but fortunately, there's only 2 of us.
Trying for a little...
Oh, no. Pasternak can be our triplet. Everyone says I look like Pasternak. He could be our...
Collision on the boards here. Taken away by Indy. Worked all the way up in front of the smoke bench. Dropped there for Dignan. Walks into his shot, and that goes wide on the near wall. Sussman pokes it forward. Keeps the play alive for Indy. Has Dignan trying for a backdoor feed. Couldn't connect. Hall on his backhand. Leaves it there. Good defensive play by Swims. Now battle for it. Dignan finds Sussman in the slot, and what a block. We're still scoreless here, Flan. We haven't seen too many scoring opportunities. What do you think about the defense so far?
The one thing I've been meaning to ask you watching this Indian line team, and I think it kind of shows for the organization, not just necessarily this team, but they just seem to play a hard, grinding game, really protecting the middle of the rink, not giving you too many chances, doing a hard forecheck, wearing you down there. But the Smoke seem to be able to counteract that pretty well, not giving them too many good looks. But I wanted to see what your thoughts were on the Indy take there.
Well, a very good organization. They have teams throughout T2, T3, and T4. Our T3 team has played their T3 team about 4 times now. And a nice little rivalry built up. 1-3. The lone win came in Cincinnati for the championship, so we'll take it.
Hey, gotta win when it matters.
Sussman now holding on to it. We do have a lot of supporters from the Indy area. That's the nice thing that I've seen from this indie inline organization is they all support each other. They all watch our broadcasts. And then if you guys are watching, haven't subscribed yet, make sure you like and subscribe.
I was actually fortunate enough last year to play in their annual charity tournament. I was told I have a bone to pick, I believe. Forgive me if I'm getting the name wrong here on this one, but maybe Ryan Spar. I was told to give a word to on placing the tournament date this year the same weekend as Buffalo, so I won't be able to attend that. But last year, I have to say it's a phenomenal event. So if you're ever in the area, ever want to take a trip out to Indy whenever they're doing that tournament and get some puck in the mix, I highly recommend it. Then, it's always for the cause, of course.
Good cause. And you talked about it a couple times throughout the years going, and I did not know that was that weekend. Obviously, we have a broadcast in Buffalo, and your team's playing and our teams are playing. So
Ooh, maybe we'll get a second game. Gladly, we took the first one, so I'll maintain bragging rights at least until a second matchup there.
yeah, I mean it's going to be all teams that both you guys have seen before. So it's going to be interesting. Schwartz just making it look too easy.
I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate the "you can't contain him" comment I made earlier.
As Schwartz opens up the scoring for the Smoke. The first goal of the game coming in at the 140 marker.
I'm not too worried for Indy on this one. If they can get some possession, really work it, and they get their chances, they have a really good chance of capitalizing, in my opinion.
A little bit of a shorter bench than maybe most MIHA teams. They have 6 skaters. Not a terrible number to have, but obviously when you've played 2 games and if you win this one, you got to play a 4th one later. So, I mean, maybe something to consider here in this game moving forward.
Sometimes with a mix like that, you can get some chaotic chemistry to where you just have the right 6 guys and something just manages to work. And, of course, those ESPN documentaries aren't necessarily made on blowouts. So, a nice little comeback might get them one of those contracts.
It's a race for it and poked forward all the way down into the Indy zone. Short racing back. He has it. Now he's hustling through the neutral zone, trying to go D to D, has no support with him, got poked away. Clark trying to pinch and keep it in. Schwartz almost overskated. Now he's got it. 2-on-1 for the Smoke. Schwartz with it, looking to pass it, and a good defensive play there to take away that pass and shot.
Stellar defensive play, if you ask me.
Coming up with the final 8 seconds. Maybe one more shot. Floats it towards the net, and it's deflected down. So after one period, it is 1-0 Smoke over Indy. We will step aside for period number 2. Thank you for watching Grove City Hockey.
Frustrated and wasting time doing your own taxes? Getting confused by complex forms? Waste your time no longer. It's time for you to check out Bonus Accounting. Kenny and the team will help you with taxes, bookkeeping, and payroll services. Now that's an accounting hat trick. Leave it to the industry experts and check them out today. Use promo code Grove City Hockey for a sweet discount and also to receive exclusive GCH merch. Bonus Accounting, the firm of the future.
And we are back here for the second period, Indian Line versus Detroit Smoke. My name is Sean Takachi, joined in the booth here with Matthew Flannery, our head of production. Matt, what have you seen through one period?
I think the game, the differential maker here, Schwartz, definitely is holding true to that, having the 1 goal difference in this 1-0 contest. But again, back to what I was saying in the first period, I think anything's possible with Indy.
That goal came with 1:45 left in that first period, the lone goal in that period, and Smoke looking to get on the board again.
I also just want to add a little precursor. I typically don't hop on the mic, and I'm not good with words, so don't judge me too much on that one.
You've done an excellent job so far. No complaints yet, at least that I could see. Dignan takes a shot opportunity. He grabs it out of the air, holding on to it, stops up, Gives it for Clark, and that's intercepted. Going the opposite direction now. We got number 15, Bullyard. Looking on the back end. He's just going to take a shot off the right leg of Music into the corner on the far wall. Holding on to it is Smoke. Play settled down just a little bit. And while we have a moment, we'll talk about our other partners with MagiClean. If you're in the Butler, Lawrence, or Mercer County areas, your commercial, residential does not matter. We clean everything, and it's going to be the best clean you've ever seen. So make sure you go to www.magiclean.com for a quote today.
You're a poet and you didn't even know it, Sean.
You just rhyme there too. Everybody thinks this just comes natural. I mean, sometimes try to tee each other up as much as possible.
That's what I appreciate about you. Hopefully Letterkenny doesn't copyright me on that one. I love your show.
Big fans, obviously, if you're not familiar with the Canadian TV show here. Hockey, fighting, life up in Canada. So can be found on Hulu. I guess a little plug in. A goal is the Smoke. They're going to extend their lead to 2.
One of the best ways to be able to score right there, going across crease there.
Cross crease goal, and it's now 2-0. That goal at the 11:40 marker here of the second period. They extend their lead 2-0. And not a huge lead in inline hockey, but I mean, this is the best competition T2 action, so don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole if you're Indy.
No. And of course, if you had the Smoke, I think you're okay with where you're at right now in the game, score being 2-0 early on in the second period, but you're not comfortable by any means. You don't want to take your foot off the gas at this point for sure.
Schwartz making everybody miss except for the netminder Music. Glove hand, save, and we'll get a face-off.
Got to nickname that man the Magic Man or something. We got to give him a gimmick.
So there's a quote from Talladega Nights, the great Will Ferrell movie. You got Magic Man and El Diablo.
Yes.
Or you could say shake and bake.
Shake and bake, Ricky.
Schwartz, it is a thing to behold when the puck is on his stick. You never know what he's going to do with it. Just so hard to defend. And he goes D to D here. He's a rocket now, works it across.
Got to say, the Smoke do well at using the width of the rink.
This is a little bit of a bigger rink. Me and Jake talked about it, especially compared to our Grove City rink. But how does the tile affect you here? We have a black puck and gray tiles. I mean, does that make any sort of difference for you, Flan, when you're playing?
Me personally, I don't think I notice it in play. I think it's from up here, especially, it's definitely a lot more difficult for us from this perspective. But I think once you're on the floor, it does make a bit of a difference. Goalies, I can't speak for you guys by any means. If there's any of you guys, definitely feel free to chime in the chat. If you played here at Fort Wayne, what are your thoughts on the Black Rocket puck on this gray tile? Let us know your thoughts and feels there.
Good stick handling from Boyard. Oh, puck's going to just squirt out in front one hand as he's falling down. And Music said, no.
He's going to be the backbone for this team if they're going to try to win this game.
That was a great individual effort. And I believe that, again, number here.
Well, why don't you say
that was Ben James with that opportunity.
Is this going to be a quick one, or why don't you say we step aside for a quick legal and we'll be right back once we figure this out?
You heard the man. Stay tuned.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Grove City Hockey. It may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form without the expressed written consent of Grove City Hockey, LLC. We thank you for your understanding and hope to continue to enjoy this complimentary broadcast. To purchase footage, email grovecityhockeyllc@gmail.com.
For my opinion, it has a good minimalistic look. I'm a fan of the black with minimal white accents, the white logo at the very bottom, it makes it pop. I gotta say, I love the grip material. I'm not feeling like I need any tape or anything.
We are back. With us here, puck down. I do apologize here for the camera work as I'm also working it this weekend here. There we go.
But you're doing a beautiful job and a wonderful multitasker, being able to bring the wonderful commentary and the wonderful camera work, buddy.
Well, I appreciate it. So, like I said, it's been an interesting weekend here. I talked about this with Jake, and I'll get your opinions on it. The tornado we kind of drove through on the way here. Interesting situation, but everybody made it out safe, and I'm glad to see that a lot of teams did, as that one goes in the back of the net.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, great goal.
So the Smoke are going to capture a 3-0 lead so far. Music, who we stepped aside for, I believe was getting his skate tied, and I don't know what else is going on here. But at least maybe an equipment malfunction led to that last goal. Don't want to take anything away from the Smoke. They played excellent so far.
Oh, definitely. I mean, both teams are playing good. Just the Smoke have been able to capitalize on their opportunities.
Bounce pass off the boards. Trying to stop up was Flannery. He's defended there by York. York now is going to pick up the puck, settle it down just a little bit. Drops it off for Boyard. Back to York. Takes a shot. That hits a skate in front. Looking for a long stretch pass. That gets intercepted.
That was a great look, keeping it on the ground, keeping it low, throwing it through the mix of 3 or 4 people, because you don't know what's going to happen with that puck.
Right-handed shot, stick handling. That goes off the glove hand. Shot by Joey Harmon. He's got it again. Takes another one. That touches the back of the glass gently. Short. Racing after it. Wins it. Coming up on the 7-minute marker here of the second period. 3-0 score. And a couple of touch passes just goes wide. That misses here. A lot of uncharacteristic missed cues by both teams in the second period. Another race for it. Tangled up. Able to wrap it around.